bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire.
Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast you already know, man. Las Vegas edition. That's why we got the Elvis Presley Viva Las Vegas in the background over here. I'm live over here at the Link Hotel and Casino. I had a bunch of rewards points, had to take advantage of that. Got a free stay. Dow Palantonio's back at Certified Tattoo Studio. Sorry, my shit's cutting out a little bit. Let me see if fade this down a little bit. There we go. A little better in the music tip. Dow, this took a little bit of a setup for me today, dude, to be honest with you. This was quite a bit of a journey, but I think we got it going. I'm hoping it's going to come out normal. This should come out as close to a normal podcast as we could do for you guys. Unfortunately, no iPad, no gunshot sounds, no sound effects today because I could not get it wired up. I could not get it working between the USB mic I'm using, Dow with his standard setup back there, going through Skype, trying to record both sessions. It just was not cracking with the iPad today. Plus, you can't hear any sound anyway. You can't even hear the intro music that's playing underneath us right now. So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, is it tight?
Yeah, it is tight. It is tight. It's Elvis Presley.
Okay, cool. Save
Las Vegas. You know. Yeah,
nice. Save it for the cast.
Okay.
I don't even need to know.
So yeah, man, welcome into the show. We're trying to take it on the road for you guys. We have some hurdles the next couple weeks. Dow's traveling to Florida. I'm obviously here in Vegas. I'm going to be getting back on Monday, so I'm going to come in, land on Monday, and then we're going to go right into the show and do the show Monday. So we shouldn't miss a show, I assuming we don't have any hiccups or issues. We should not be missing any podcasts or any shows. So thanks for, I don't know, if the quality's not good or anything, I appreciate you guys rocking with us. We're trying to do it the best we can here while we take the show on the road. Nonetheless, man, how you doing, Dow? What's going on? How's your week been?
Man.
Do anything fun the weekend?
Same old shit, man. So we have those construction projects going on right now at the house. So we've got our kitchen just obliterated right now. So we've got, right now, we took out a wall that really just made it so hard. The kitchen had just no views out there. You just couldn't see much. So we've just opened it up totally, dude. So it looks rad for sure. But right now we've got drywallers in there, putting up the drywall, finishing, texturing, that kind of stuff. So we're almost there. And then it's on to countertops, dude. Then it's on to, new flooring, the whole thing. But a lot of work going on right now. So we're breathing in a lot of drywall dust. It sucks. It's the worst.
Dude. I think I just heard someone knocking at my door. Really, right now? We're about to do this live?
Oh, man,
I have a maintenance man coming to the room, I believe, to fix a light.
Yeah.
A light bulb. But I couldn't tell if he was knocking on my shit or if that was like, oh, yeah, come in. Come in. I can't get, you could come in.
Yeah,
come in, please. Okay.
Might as well.
This is
just
insane.
be on the cast.
I'm not stopping recording, so whatever you guys want to do. Yeah, there's a light bulb out in my shower, so I was like, hey, can we get some maintenance down here? But obviously we're doing the show too, so you're sitting at the studio. I'm not gonna be like, hey, wait until they don't come and fixing this light bulb over here in the room. But then they knocked. They half opened my door. Uh-huh. I told them come in, and no one still has walked in the door. So
gotcha. So they'll just interrupt us again yet
probably.
Another 3 times.
But I don't care.
Okay.
We're not stopping the show. There's no stopping the train here. Got a good show for you guys, man. We're gonna talk. Obviously, March Madness getting back underway today. Tournament games resuming. We got opening day for baseball. It's a really crazy time to be in Vegas. I totally forgot we were going to be here for opening day because for me, I'm thinking opening day is April 5th, next Friday, Coors Field, Colorado Rockies. You know what I mean? That's our home opener.
Makes sense.
Our home opener in Denver is always on a Friday. It's been that way forever, as long as I can remember. Opening days have always been on Fridays in Denver, so that's opening day for me. I totally spaced that it's like opening day for baseball while I'm here. So that's cool. I wanted to get downstairs, throw 50 on the Rockies to win the NL, 50 on the Rockies to win the World Series. Didn't get a chance to do that in time. We obviously started the show. So I'm going to go ahead and just miss out on that and hope the Rockies don't win the NL or the World Series because I'm giving up some money there. But that's kind of what's going on there. We got Sneakers and Supreme stuff. We'll talk about that, your YouTube comments, some news stories. So let's kind of jump into it, man. Did I tell you about what's going on with the March Madness stuff and me here in Vegas and Michigan and all? Do you know all the details? I know we save stuff for the cast, so I don't know if you know everything.
I don't know very many details, but I know somebody.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, come in, please. Sorry, I'm recording, my man. I'm recording. I'm recording. I can't get up. I'm stuck. It's like I'm in a wheelchair. I'm just stuck here. Yeah, no, you're fine. How loud is it going to be, though? Is it going to wreck my show? Because I'm live on air right now, but is it going to wreck my show? All right. So,
so yeah, I don't know all the details, but I know somebody. This is too much.
Stuff up, I swear.
I can't even do it. So I know somebody hits you up through socials and says, "Yo, hey, tell your man I might have tickets for
the
to
homie
watch
Kyle
Michigan."
hit me up. I don't want
Courtside.
to give out his full government issue, but my man Kyle hit me
Cool.
up. Been a long-time supporter of the channel, the podcast. I've never met this man in person. We really haven't even exchanged a ton of messages. We've just kind of been cool. He's just been a follower of the channel and what we're doing here. So he DMs me. He's like, "Yo, dude, I got 2 tickets. I won 2 tickets to the Michigan-Texas Tech game Thursday night." So I'm like thinking, I got to figure this out tonight. I got to figure this out for Thursday night. He's like, it's in Anaheim, California, Honda Center. You know, obviously I know it's going down over there. It's about a 4-hour drive from Vegas to there. I mapped it from my hotel room. It's 3 hours, 51 minutes, which with my driving is probably about 3:30. So
Nice.
I'm like, man, this is possible. Like, we're really maybe about to do this. Like, I could be doing this, you know? So I'm getting all pumped. I'm getting ready to rent the car. Then he hits me with a message on, I think it's Tuesday. Maybe, the day before I leave. And he's like, "Dude, I am so sorry, bro. The tickets, they looked at the tickets wrong, or the lady that gave him the tickets looked at them wrong or something." He's like, "It's for Saturday. It's not for Thursday."
Ooh.
So I was like fully prepared to be driving today to go see the game.
Yeah.
And which I'm really glad that didn't happen, because just getting in here, dealing with this podcast situation, like, that would have been a lot, dude, to rent a car too and then be trying to drive over there. Like, well, that's a little might be a little bit of a stretch. But anyway, so he messages me, he's like, "They're for Saturday." So I'm planning on driving to Anaheim, California on Saturday for the Elite 8. We have the seats are center court, basically center court front row of the second deck. So right in front of the suites and all that stuff, center court. Great seats. I looked them up on SeatGeek. You can see the view from your seats and shit. Super sick. I mean, really good seats.
Right.
I wouldn't say it almost feels like a once in a lifetime opportunity, you know, for me personally. I mean, to be able to go see my squad in the Elite 8, I got to take advantage of that. So if Michigan can get the dub tonight, we're going to be on our way to the Elite 8 Saturday. I will be there, probably taking on Gonzaga. I assume Gonzaga is going to win tonight, but and so it'll be hopefully Michigan Gonzaga, but Texas Tech scares the shit out of me. And now, by the time you guys are listening to this, you already know the result, but this is real, live in the flesh. As you can tell, I got the maintenance man fucking rolling in my room right now, fixing light bulbs during the show. This is live. This is how it's going down. So at this moment, I'm praying that Michigan gets the dub tonight, and we're able to come out on the other side, man, and go to the Elite 8 so I can make that drive, get my rental car situation squared away, drive over, watch them play, and play on Saturday, make the 4-hour drive back to Vegas, kick it with my my homies here, normal Sunday shit, whatever, and then head back and do the cast again on Monday. So I know, crazy. So that's kind of how it's going down.
Like
big shout out to the homie Kyle for reaching out to me. That's super sick, dude. Like, I can't even say thank you enough, bro. I mean, the fact that you would think of me as the biggest Michigan fan that you know, and we don't even know each other, but the fact that you would think of me and invite me out there because your lady didn't want to go, and you were like, shit, I'd rather invite franchise and one of your boys or whatever. I appreciate it, dude. That's probably one of the coolest things ever. So thank you to the homie Kyle. Hopefully doubt. Michigan can get it done tonight and move on. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what's going down over here on this end. I don't know, man. It seems crazy. It seems a little nuts to like rent a car, drive 4 hours, but I think you have to.
Yeah, I don't think that's nuts at all, man. I think it's a once in a lifetime deal for your squad, who arguably could. I think I have them in my Final Four. So, do I have them winning the ship? Nah, I don't either, unfortunately. But dude, this is a young up and coming team. Their defense is great. They've got a couple guys on the squad, dude, that can throw up the 3-ball if necessary. But what a defensive battle it's going to be tonight, man. That's all I can say. This Texas Tech team, I don't think they're mad scores by any means, but Michigan can. Their two guys can get real hot. But man, I think it's a defensive test tonight. And if somebody gets hot with that 3-ball, that can put this game over the top, and that's the team that wins this. That's kind of my opinion. So looking to a Saturday, dog, like this is what we dream of, dude. When we're kids, this is it. And you're sitting great seats. You're sitting with somebody who fucks with our podcast. I can't think of anything better.
Super, super cool.
I would tell my girlfriend to stay at home as well.
I think it's funny. It's funny because I think, dude, I don't know if it's coincidental, and I'd have to go back. But remember in the last cast where the dude was like, he called his girl his woman? I think it's that dude.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's that
sure.
dude, Kyle.
In the comments?
I think it's the same cat because he told me in the message when he hit me up about going to the game, he's like, yeah, my woman doesn't want to go, blah, 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 blah. And unless it's coincidental, his name was Kyle. The guy in the comments was Kyle. I think that's just what he does. Woman. My woman didn't want to go. Damn, I like that shit. That's funny as hell. It's just so funny to me. I don't know why. Different
we're always
parts
like
of
my
the
lady,
region,
but he's like my woman.
Different parts of the country, people just say stuff different. It's so funny. I always find that.
Yeah, it's like soda versus pop.
Exactly.
But I say I want a soda pop. How about that?
I don't really. That's a little.
That's a stretch.
A soda pop.
All right. What do you want to do with this March Madness, man? Do you want to kind of go over kind of our picks for today? Do we want to go over the picks for today and tomorrow?
I don't want to get too deep into it because some of the stuff's going to be over by the time they hear the cast. Yeah. But we can kind of just make some predictions really quick. I'm obviously going to take Michigan over Tech. Moving on, I do have that. I do have them in my Elite Eight and Final Four as well. I'm going to take Gonzaga moving on against Florida State in a close one, dude. And I'm really nervous about that. I'm only taking that because I have the Zags in the Elite Eight against Michigan. But dude, it could easily be Florida State Michigan on Saturday night. So what do you got between those two matchups?
So I got to take Michigan tonight against the Texas Tech Raiders, dude. I have to. I believe that Michigan, even though it's a young team, I think that has the experience, whereas Texas Tech does not this far into the bracket. So I think experience trumps it. I think Michigan has enough D to fend off the Texas Tech Raiders, and I think you might see a couple 3-balls from Michigan, and my prediction is Michigan wins it between 3 and 6 points. So I do see Michigan tonight. I love that. Gonzaga and FSU. Now, this is tough, dude. I really believe that Gonzaga has what it takes to win this, but I am super, super, super scared of Florida State's defense. They have literally held teams to 53 points or less. I think FSU's defense is something to not screw with. I think they can take this, and I think I can easily see an upset via FSU, but my heart says Gonzaga, so I'm going to go with Gonzaga.
It's funny, I was talking to Mueller about that. Our homie Mueller is like the biggest. He's from Florida. He's a big-time Florida State fan. And I was talking to him about that. I was like, dude, they look dangerous. And he's like, we'll see what happens when they play some competition. So it sounds like even Florida State fans are kind of a little bit gun-shy. They don't want to go all in on their squad yet. But to me, you could say they haven't played a ton of competition yet, but they're looking good, dude.
Look at the conference championship with Duke.
Right.
I thought they played very, very well. I think something happened. Obviously, they got triggered, towards the end of the game. But that first half, oh my God, I think they looked great, dude. And again, their defense is not something to be taken lightly.
No doubt. So, and then let's move along. What do you got in the over in the East as far as Michigan State versus LSU, and then Duke versus Virginia Tech?
Mm-hmm. You bet. Michigan State all day from LSU. I just think Michigan State looks locked in. I think they're ready to go. I think, just even with these recent findings that we talked about with the cast, with Izzo, that family orientation, that, being able to, talk about things that are hard, easy, that team camaraderie, dude, I think they've got some studs on there. I think they are more disciplined this year than they have been in the last 5-10 years. I think they look really good, dude. And then we look at Duke versus Virginia Tech.
Conley's not going to be happy with you, bro. He's a big LSU fan.
I know Conley's going to hate me in the comments, but Michigan State just looks locked in, and I have nothing else to say about that.
Just 1 second, sorry. Is my mic popping to you? Are you hearing some popping here and there? Like a little bit of
no, not really hearing it popping.
I just want to make sure listeners are getting a good experience. All right, go ahead.
And then obviously with Duke and Virginia Tech, this seems so easy. This seems so chalky. But I've got to take Duke. I've got Duke in the ship. So this seems like an easy match with Virginia Tech. I just think Duke is going to be way too powerful for Virginia Tech from the offensive and defensive side. No question.
I'm going the exact same way at Duke and Michigan State, which probably means that one of those teams is going to lose. You know, we're not going to go perfect here. There's no way.
Right.
But
right.
I don't know. LSU hasn't looked impressive to me. They struggled in their first round matchup against Yale. That was kind of crazy. They didn't look, I don't know. They just haven't looked super impressive to me. I haven't been even against Maryland, who I thought shouldn't have been there. The Terps got lucky to begin with. Belmont should have beat them.
Yeah.
Belmont lost by 2. I think it was like 77-79.
Yeah.
But I would have much rather seen Belmont playing LSU there. And I don't know if LSU would have gotten by. I mean, they barely beat Maryland 69-67. So I see Michigan State running them out the gym. I don't even know that it'll be a close game. Easy win for Michigan State. As far as Duke goes, the Duke-Virginia Tech matchup, you know, I feel that I don't know if Duke covers the spread, but I think they definitely get the win. What about on the other side over here in the South?
I'm with you. I'm actually with you on that. To reiterate your point, I don't think Duke covers the spread. But they take the game. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
The South.
You want to go to the South? Yeah. Oh man, I love the South. I think here's what I'm predicting, and I
South
hope this
was my
isn't
best
too much
region. How about
here.
you?
No. Yes, it was actually. South was my best region, but I have Purdue upsetting Tennessee.
Oh, really?
I know that.
I like it.
Dude,
I
know
really
that
do
sounds
like it.
crazy.
I have Tennessee in my bracket, but that's who I was about to. I was about to.
Yeah.
We're really on the same page here. It looks like we've been watching the games through the same glasses.
Oh, dude, for sure. I mean, where do you even start with Virginia? Or excuse me, Purdue. God, man, Purdue, they're just an offensive battalion over there. And the problem is, you know, with number 2 seed Tennessee, my concern is with those guys. Purdue's just so on fire. They've won literally 8 of their last 10. The Boilermakers, who tied Michigan State for the Big Ten regular season title at 16-4. Dude, they have 25 victories, dude, for the 4th straight season. I just think they're just on a roll, and they've caught fire, and I don't think there's any stopping them with that. So that's what I would say with that. I say Purdue upsets Tennessee.
That's where I'm putting my money today. That is, I'm putting my big money on Purdue plus 1.5 right now.
Yep.
So I definitely think they win the game. Obviously, that means they win the spread as well. They're plus 1.5, so they don't even have to win the game to win the spread. But I think that's the play.
Right.
That is the play of the day, going with Purdue against Tennessee, especially if you're betting, man.
I'm agreeing. Hey, way to do your research. I think we did good. What about Virginia and Oregon? I find this one really, really interesting. Give me your take on
Oregon,
that first.
dude. Love Oregon. I said that last cast.
Yeah.
I cannot. Those dudes are playing lights out. Like I said, they stumbled a little bit in the beginning of last game, but once they finally turned it on, they really, there was no UC Irvine was no match for them. They were able to turn it on. You could say the same thing as about Oregon with the not Florida State. I'm sorry, LSU. It was Florida State. Some of the competition. Oregon really hasn't played the stiffest competition, but like you talked about in the tournament games, it's Pac-12 tournament. Great showing there. I think Oregon gives Virginia all they can handle, and I would not be surprised if they upset. I'm still picking Virginia because that's who I have in my bracket, but I do think Oregon can give them all they can handle, and that might be another one where you look at the betting line there. I haven't even looked at that yet. Let me see what that is. What about you? What are you feeling on that one?
Yeah, I mean, the Cavaliers face the only double-digit seed left in the field.
Virginia hasn't looked that great either. Well, we know they kind of struggled in round one. And Gardner Webb, and then they stepped on the gas. But OU's a good team, and they beat OU. I mean, they beat them soundly. I guess, what was it, 10-point win, 12-point win, something like that? So you can call that
roughly,
somewhat soundly, but it wasn't like they blew them out. I haven't been overly impressed with Virginia, but I have been impressed with Oregon. So I guess, for what it's worth.
I'm right there too. It's funny. I have Virginia in my bracket as well, but I could see a possible upset with Oregon here very, very easily. I just like what they're doing. They're playing complete team basketball, and I think Virginia, they've just been shook too many times. And was it last year when they were upset in was it the round of 32 or was it before that?
I think it was that round.
Yeah, I think it was round of 32. So I just don't have the confidence in Virginia. I think they've just looked so up and down, whereas Oregon has.
How
has
wild
been the
is it
complete opposite of that?
that Virginia is an 8.5 point favorite, dude? That seems like so many points in that game. You got to take Oregon plus the 8.5, don't you?
Dude, you have to.
Or is
take
that
Oregon
Vegas
that,
like
dude.
begging you to take that, and then Virginia blows them out?
Yeah,
what it feels
no doubt.
like.
I think that's Vegas
begging you to take that 8.5 points. I thought it would be like a 5 point at the most, maybe 5.5.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying take that. That's the feed up bet.
You like this one more than Purdue?
That's the feed up bet for me.
I like the points. Obviously, you're getting a lot more points than Purdue's getting, but man, I just feel like Purdue's on a track. Whoo, this is.
I think Purdue takes the upset, but I think Oregon covers that spread.
I'm gonna put some money on Oregon for sure. I'm not gonna put as big. I'm gonna put my big money on Purdue. I'm gonna put some money on Oregon. I'm gonna parlay the two as well. I'm gonna do a little Oregon Purdue parlay there.
Dude, great play.
Damn, I'm so sad I didn't get down there to get the Rockies shit in. Weak.
I know, just in case. Dude, you're going to be kicking
You know
your
what else
ass
I wanted
so
to take was
bad
the over 84.5 wins. It was 84.5 for the Rockies over under.
Dude.
Jeez.
I would have taken that. Take the over,
over
right?
84.5. Yeah, dude, they're going to be a 90-win team for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. They're going to be. Especially with Nolan already wrapped up. They got the contract done. No distractions and shit. I think they're going to be good.
Dude.
Damn, sorry JJ with the editing. My camera, my GoPro, I keep moving my laptop, so it keeps moving the camera. So I'm sorry for.
Dude, you should have brought your fidget spinner today.
Right.
That would have kept you busy.
I keep touching my laptop like when I'm typing, I'm moving stuff around, and then the camera starts to slowly like move down. This is the worst space, bro.
Dude,
I've had
real quick,
a bunch of rooms, but this is the worst space to do this show. Like, I've had a bunch of rooms in my day that would have been 100% better, and of course, you never use them. I'm in this shitty, hard wooden chair. It's got barely any padding underneath it for my butt, and I don't got a ton of butt anyway. We've already talked about this. We're white guys, not a ton of ass. So I'm sitting on this chair, wooden back, wooden handles and shit. It's super hard. The desk I'm sitting at is so limited as far as space goes. It's really, really limited. There's this lounge area over here that is like a Scandinavian design / IKEA type couch, which is the most uncomfortable shit ever. So I couldn't even sit on that because the coffee table is made for a 2-year-old. So the mic wouldn't sit up high enough anyway. There's no space on the desk here. It's not a bad room. It's a bad room to try to do the show. It's a bad room for podcasting.
Totally.
That's what it is. Anyways.
Yeah, totally. Hey, just to get back before we conclude this here, dude, the Ducks, man, I got to go back to those Oregon Ducks, dude. The 3-point shooting is off the chain with those guys, man. They have
Pritchard,
5 high-volume shooters, dude. And all 5 of them are shooting better during this streak than their season average, which is crazy, dude. So they're peaking at the right time. They're playing complete basketball, dude. This is a feed-up game. Feed-up game for me. You know what? I'm going to Venmo you some money.
Seriously, I mean, if you look at the betting on this, just seems so off. Virginia's averaging 71.8 points a game. Oregon's averaging 70.5. So even if Oregon, let's just say they hit their averages, Oregon's easily covering the spread. You talked about 3-point shooting percentage. Virginia's actually a little better, dude, but they are one of the best in the country. They're 40.9% from 3. Oregon's 34.3%. So a little bit worse. Go ahead.
Here's the difference. A lot of that, dude, so many of those shots came in garbage time, though. You have to understand that. That's the difference. So I think that makes a big play. That changes the dynamics.
Yeah.
That shifts.
And I think I'm just excited for the game. Rebounding's pretty much identical.
Totally.
Most of their stats are identical, dude. So it's going to be a fun one to watch. That's why I don't understand the spread. That's what makes it so weird to me. Is it because of the 12 seed?
I know.
You think that's
correct. Here's the biggest question. Where the hell are you watching these games?
Caesars.
That's what I want to know.
Going across the street, a bunch of my boys
Caesars?
staying at Caesars. Yeah. That's my favorite sports book in Vegas. That's honestly my favorite place to stay. Some of the homies are over here at
one of the better ones.
The Venetian. Some are at Caesars. But I think the sports book at Caesars is just fire. So that's where I'm going to be. That's where I'm going to be. Feet up like a paraplegic, as Kanye said.
Good man. Dude, I love Caesars for sure, man. So good.
Let's move on to let me see here. I guess we can break down. Yeah, we'll go into. We can go into Final Four stuff next week, There's not a ton. Like I said, these games are over, so I don't want to get too crazy deep into March Madness and all that kind of goes along with that. What about baseball opening day, man?
Yeah.
Let's just kind of stick on sports for a second before we jump to sneakers. I'm not a big. There was someone in the comments not too long ago that was wanted us to talk more hockey and more baseball stuff. Like between guys, there's just so even with NBA, I can't talk that every single day or every single week. Like there's just so many games. It's so hard for me to stay invested. I'll stay up with the standings. I'll keep up with what's going on. But until we get down to August, where they're actually starting to make a push, I can't talk a ton of baseball, guys. It's a 162-game season. Well, how much more, you know what I mean? How much can you say? It's just the 30 to 40 games is the equivalent to one game in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like you could go on a 10-game losing streak and no one even cares. It might not even matter in the grand scheme of your season, you know? So I don't know. I don't get too deep into baseball. I did want to look a little bit at the odds. We talked about a little bit about some trades and about some moves that kind of went down in the off season. I think that's the thing to really look forward to here.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of where I'm at. I kind of created like maybe the top five things to get excited about this season with baseball, right? So you have the new moves. So like look at the new look of the NL East, right? So the addition of Bryce Harper, obviously, to the Phillies. You have Andrew McCutchen. You have Gene, Seguru. Is that how you say it? So this new look, man, has really got everybody twisted. And then you look at like who's playing the Braves, which landed at the top of the division in 2018. So you have a lot of these new looks. You know, you have Manny Machado with the Padres. I think, and then you have some big dogs that are in their sophomore season, right? So you have Ronald Acuna Jr. and then Juan Soto. You know, arguably having their sophomore seasons and really wanting to see kind of what this new young look of baseball and what that's like and what they're going to give us. So I think those are kind of some of the big things I'm looking forward to. But man, there's a lot of new faces and there's some big ass contracts that they're going to have to really back up this year. So, lots to be excited
I call
about,
him
man.
Actually, I know him personally, so I call him Ronald Acuna Matata Jr. Yeah.
Acuna Matata. Okay, that's cool. I think that's his Twitter handle.
If it's not, it should be, and I want royalties. Have you seen the odds at all for this season? So
no, I haven't yet.
Guess who's leading the charge here? Guess who has the best odds? Who's the favorite to win the World Series in 2019?
I would think
Boston's second at 7-1. You got the Yankees up top at 6-1.
Oh, the Yankees.
Yeah, they're young core. You got Judge. You got a really good young core over there.
Totally. How's their pitching look this year?
This is probably one of the better bullpens they've had in a while. So going into the year, Astros 7-1 as well, tied with Boston. You got the Cubbies at 8-1, Dodgers 8-1, and then it kind of drops down from there, 12-1, 12-1, 12-1 for the Phillies, Nationals, and Cardinals. The Rocks are down at 30-1. So, or no, I'm sorry, 40-1.
Dude, what?
I know.
Whoa! Oh my God! You should have put some money down just for giggles,
that's to win
man.
that's to win the World Series. If you took them to win the just the NL, they're 20-1. So yeah, you can still 20 times your money there. Not bad, not bad, dude.
That's awesome.
Off your 100, you pull 2 G's out of the place. Fire. Let me see. In the NL, the Dodgers are favored to win it though, 4-1. And it's not even close. After that, it's 11-2, which is for the Cubs, Nationals, and Phillies. So
Cubs.
Some good betting odds there for MLB. It is the first day of the Major League Baseball season over here. Like I said, I totally forgot about it. I was way too wrapped up into March Madness, too entrenched.
Yeah, totally. It's a great time. It's a great time to be alive with sports right now. There's no doubt about it. You know, NBA is down to 8.
Now it's getting real interesting.
Something like that.
Now it's getting real interesting. Now you're going to see the Warriors start getting into playoff mode. You know how they do.
Yeah. The Nuggets already look in playoff mode.
I don't know, dude.
I think they look
see them
great.
get blown out by like 30 the other night. That was ridiculous.
I did, yeah.
Malone's like, just because we clinch a playoff spot, we're trying to go for the number 1 seed. We're not getting tired. And then they look tired as hell the other night. Just blown out. But it's so hard, dude. It's so hard. That's what a lot of people are saying about the Nuggets this year, though, is they're so young they're too young to know better. is the stuff I've been
Yeah.
hearing from all the major analysts about the Nuggets. That's why everyone loves watching the Nuggets play, because they play really good team basketball. They're not selfish. We don't have one elite superstar. There's not one big star that's here, which I'm advocating for signing Klay Thompson in the offseason. Please go get him. Josh Kroenke, stop messing around. Dude, if you can bring in Klay, imagine bringing in Klay with these that shooter with this young core that they have going. Dude, now we're talking about competing, bro.
Oh.
Now we're talking about competing.
Yeah.
That's down the road. That's free agency. That's still got a ways to go there. I'm just getting excited.
Yeah. What does standings look like? It looks like we're one game back.
Yeah. It's gonna, dude. Honestly, the chips are gonna fall where they may. It's gonna be a tight race down the stretch. I don't know, first or second. It doesn't matter a ton. I just don't hope we do not play Utah in the first round. That is an absolute nightmare matchup for the Nuggets. They've played us tough all year. Donovan Mitchell has been an absolute beast. I do not want to play Utah in the first round. I do not, dude. I feel like that's going to lead to a disappointing exit in the first round for the Nuggets when they were projected to be maybe in the Western Conference Finals. I don't want to see that, dude. I don't want to see that.
You want the Spurs?
That's the other matchup that I think is really, really tough too. I think the Spurs, but I'd rather have the Spurs than the Jazz. But I don't want to play either.
Yeah,
I really don't want to play either.
Dude, the Spurs literally have nothing to lose. Dude, they're
similar to the Nuggets too. They're pretty young and they're super fundamental. You know.
Yeah, and you look at Popovich at the helm with all that experience.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, man. Let's jump into sneakers and fashion here. After we kind of got the show started there, got the March Madness talk, all the Vegas talk out of the way. I'm actually going to hit some sneaker stores today. I'm going to go try to swing over to UN. Dude, worst shit ever.
Good man.
I leave the crib yesterday, and you know that feeling when you unpack and you leave and you feel like you forget something. I feel like you're not human. Yeah. You're not normal if you don't do that. Every time you go on vacation, if you're not like, oh, man, I left some shit. I know I left some shit. You're driving to the airport thinking of everything. Oh, I think I left some shit. Maybe if you're lucky on the way to the airport and you got a little extra time, you remember, you can turn around. If not, you're on the flight, and all of a sudden you're like Home Alone style, Kevin! You know, you just remember like, oh, shit, man, I forgot something. I left the garage door opener, left this, whatever it may be. For me, I did not realize I left all of my boxers and all of my socks until I got here and opened my suitcase and started unpacking. I was like, man, I got no drawers. I got no socks. I know, dude. That is what I'm going to do right after we jet out of the cast. I'm going to take my ass to the mall, fashion show mall, whatever over here, Macy's, and get a bunch of boxers and socks. And the worst thing that sucks about that, Doug, is I literally just bought a bunch. Like, just bought a bunch of new. The worst, dude. The worst. So that's how my trip is going so far.
And you gave away your Supreme boxers to your boy.
I didn't give them away. I did a trade. We traded. You gave me a little Supreme shirt.
We did that
I gave
trade.
you the Supreme boxers. But yeah, that's what sucks. Is like
that's true.
They were all at the crib, all ready to go. I had them in the dryer. I had done all the laundry the night before. Oh, what an idiot. But maybe it was a saving grace because my bag was 47.5 pounds. And at 50, they hit you with fees. So with the underwear, the 2.5 pounds of underwear and socks might have put me over the 50. Yeah, might have put me over that threshold. I would have been getting billed or getting charged. But that's kind of what my day is looking like. I'm going to get that out of the way first, boxers and socks, and then I'm going to go try to hit some sneaker stores, see what's going on at UN, holler at those fools.
Dope.
As far as the raffles and stuff coming down this weekend, I registered for the Clays out here. I got the Foot Locker. I got the 3 stars. I got the 10-minute head start. I'm feeling like I should be able to win those Clays in a size 12. Johnny Boost hit me up and offered a 12.5. He said he put in a bunch of raffles for a 12.5. I don't know who's getting 12.5, but I was like, shit, got it. Let me know. But I'm going for just a regular 12. And then the new those new Tinker 3 with the Air Max 1 outsole, those are in-store only over here. How are they there? Are they raffle?
Let's
so when I go onto
here.
the Foot Locker app over here, it's only in store. You can't even put in for the raffle, or you can't even register.
Yeah, so at Park Meadows where we usually go, it is first come, first serve, but they do have a raffle that you can enter for the Flatiron store. So I don't know, man. I think I might just call in on Saturday and try to scoop everything up.
Call into work. I was like, what do you mean call in? Call who?
Yeah.
Call in some favors? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yep. Think I might have to do that. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm locked and loaded. But those Tinkers, I'm pulling them up again real quick just to make sure. But yeah, it looks like Flatiron Crossing is the only app reservation. Otherwise, Aurora, Park Meadows, Belmar, all first come first serve. Yep.
So yeah, what's your story here? Are you going for both pairs? Are you putting in raffles? Are you going and getting the JTs? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I put in the raffles for the clays because I just want to see those in hand. You know me, man. I always want to see what's in hand, and then I make decisions on selling it. So I think it's going to be a pair that I'm going to sell. I'm not looking forward to the lace swap like you. I don't think you can really make those things look better via the photos that I've seen.
You can make them
that
look
being
better,
said, when I see them in hand, we'll see what We'll see what those have to really offer in hand. But I am super, super pumped on those Tinkers. I wasn't at first, just like everybody. When you talk about those removable swooshes, I think they're so cool. I saw a picture this morning, dog, and it had all, 3 or 4 of the swooshes attached to them, like staggered. It was a little much, but even that looks super sick. So the versatility of that shoe is what's got me drawn into it, and I've got to put those like the elephant print swoosh. That is just the epitome
I know, dude,
of sick.
that's the one I think everyone's looking forward to. The elephant print.
Epitome of sick.
Yeah.
You know what? And then I'm going to take that elephant print and I'm going to put them on my dunks that have the removable swooshes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got extra swooshes now, and they're going to work for my dunks and for these Tinkers.
Let's at you. Swoosh on swoosh on swoosh. Draped up and swooshed
swoosh
out.
On swoosh.
Know what I'm talking about.
What about...
What?
Dude, what about the Jordan 1 highs? You're a Jordan 1 high. What about these sales and university red joints? Are you in or are you not in?
The university reds,
yeah.
Not really, dude. Those, I don't know, man. It's funny, I was just talking to someone about that the other day, and I don't know. They look good from certain angles, and then other angles they just look they look terrible. Like something about them reminds me of like some Billy Hoyle, White Man Can't Jump type of vibe, but then some about it is like reminds me of those. Remember when they started coming out with Jordan 1s with that canvas? It was like that. Damn, dude, I'm trying. How do I explain these to you? Do you remember the Jordan 1s that came out like a few years back? They were coming out in like the Royals and the Breads, and they were like it was like it wasn't leather. They were like a canvas material, like a. Do you remember those?
Sure.
That's what.
Yeah, I had some mids that had that material.
Reminds me. Yeah, remember I had the Royals.
Yeah,
I had the Royals. I actually got them as a gift. I don't have them anymore, but I had them. Remember those?
Yeah,
that's the ones I'm talking about. They look like these, dude. They look like these. Remember? That's what.
Yeah.
What's
you
up?
know what they remind me of? They remind me of like so Tom Stefaniak. He wears, the YouTuber. He wears a lot of Jordan 1s. He's the Jordan 1 king, right? Dude, and he never wears like a lot of his heat. So he sits on all his heat, and he like wears like the same 1 or 2 Jordan 1s like all the time. And I get it. It's Winnipeg winters. It's shitty. It's gross. Dude, these remind me like a beat up Tom Stefaniak ones. That's what they remind me of. Like, this is the shit that he wears all the time. Like, they just look beat out of the box, which I think a lot of people like. A lot of people like how the ones get, age and how they get all kind of beat up and stuff. And, a lot of people would say they look better. But for me, these almost look beat out of the box, and I don't like the colorway. There's too much white. I'm going to jack them up. I'm out.
It kind of reminds me... Dude, I think that's a great analogy by you. The stuff I had, the Jordan 1 KOs, that's what they were, dude. The KOs.
The KOs.
So yeah, if you could.
Gross. I used to call those the K-Nos. You know what I'm saying?
Like right now. Hey,
dog shit.
Google right now, Air Jordan 1 KO Timeless Canvas. Right now. Look it up and let me know what you see, bro. Oh, this is exactly what I was looking for, dude.
What did you say? Air Jordan 1 what?
Timeless Canvas. Look those bad boys up, dude. And tell me these ain't the same kind of shits, but without the canvas on them. This is exactly what they remind me of. Exactly. All right.
It's pulling up here.
And there's, I think this is the red and white colorway. Dude.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, those look
Remember
wonderfully
those?
awesome.
Yeah.
Not.
That's them, dude.
Yeah. Dude, those are... I can't mess with those.
Actually,
man.
speaking of, while we're on this subject of Tom, I've had a couple people hit me up and be like, dude, I know Tom. He's a really cool guy. Like, I want to, I'd love to reach out to him, and I'm sure he'd do your guys' podcast if you guys were in town or if he was in town, blah, 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 whatever. So, and dude, multiple people have told me, I think Dallas and Tom would be really good friends. I think they'd get along really well. I was like, I think so too. They're both techie sneaker type dudes. You guys are both really into the tech of sneakers, a little bit different than I am. You know what I mean? Like, you and I, obviously, we're homies. We're best friends. But I think you and Tom might vibe on a different level with the techie aspect of sneakers and shit. And now,
for sure.
While we're in this sneakers and fashion discussion, I have also had multiple people talk about his interview on Kais's shit. Have you seen that? You watched it. What did you think? Or were we getting into that later, or can we get into it now? Okay.
We can get into it now, man. I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Okay. So what did you think? What was the result? A lot of people were saying that this is a character he plays on YouTube. It's not really him. He's a different guy. And this interview kind of gives you a peek into that window, if you will. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So here's where I'll start. So I don't like how Kais. I don't even know where to start. Okay. I think Kais looks stupid, okay, in these casts. I won't say he is stupid. I think he makes himself look stupid in these casts. He is trying to get better. He is on the right, he does have a roadmap, and he is trying, but he doesn't prepare the questions. He doesn't have an agenda necessarily. I think a lot of it starts with the clickbait. So, of course, this one had to do with nothing more than the beef that supposedly Kais and Tom Stefanik had from one of the sneaker cons. I can't remember which one now, and I just watched the video for fuck's sake. But they had a hotel
I totally
altercation.
Forgot they had a beef or a hotel little. I forgot all about that. When people were like, "Oh, you should check out this interview."
So
that never crossed my mind. If that would have been in my mind, I would have probably checked it out too. I forgot about that. Okay, continue.
So that's where some of this podcast stemmed from. Okay, let's squash this beef. Is the beef squashed? What was the beef? So the good thing was Ahmed, which is Kais's, one of his best friends, part of the crew, whatever, actually filmed the altercation. So he had a camera rolling. And what it stemmed from was Tom actually made a video that went against Kais whining and stuff like that. And that was kind of the beef. Tom kind of silently called out Kais. So they met at the sneaker con. They saw each other at the hotel, and, they tried to talk, and Tom, being the man that he was, just kind of walked away and said, look, man, this isn't a big deal. And Kais's crew was telling him, egging him on, saying, come on, just address it, talk to us, say what you want to say, blah, blah, blah. So they're filming this the whole time. And Tom and his crew, I think he just had one person with him. It might have even been Name Brand.
Yeah.
The other YouTuber,
they're trying to bait him into saying some stupid shit on camera kind of thing, or?
Yeah, they just tried to bait him, and Tom was the big man and just kind of walked away.
I don't know if that's even a big man. I think that's a smart man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
There's a difference there.
Yeah, it could have been for sure. So I respect Tom, man, for that, and so they addressed that, and they're cool now. No big deal. No problem. Let's get into Tom. What I got from this and what I get from Tom's YouTube videos, which I do watch, like I said, is sometimes they're cringy, but I can't not look away. It's just one of those things. But I respect Tom. I think he's well spoken. I think he was very, very well spoken on the cast, man, with Kais. He's very, very smart. He thinks about what he wants to say, but he also is a lot like you, dog. He likes, if he's very opinionated.
Yeah.
If he's got an opinion, he's going to let you know. And I respect that too, right? Because it's just my opinion. You can argue it all day, but I have my opinion.
You want. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And the cool thing about Tom is he seems like he has a voice. And in this game, in the YouTuber game, and when you're in the limelight, people are watching you, and they want you to have an opinion because they control you. It gives them excuses to act and have these behaviors. But I think what I get from Tom is he's pretty damn smart. He's pretty well spoken. He has an opinion. He has a backbone. He's smart with his brand and his image. I think he tries to remember that. And I also found out his dad is an attorney.
Yeah.
Through the cast, which is cool. So, you know what, man? I like Tom. I really do. I'd love to hang with him. I think the negative stuff that I would have is more towards Kais. Like, hey, man, why do you got to be a whiny bitch? Hey, why do you have to, why do you have to just apologize all the time and talk about your trolls? Why do you have to keep continually giving them ammo, dog? Like, just come up with something different. Like, you've been doing this a long time. You get it. I think Kais does, as a big YouTuber, I think he copies a lot of people that are, the smaller YouTubers that are actually creating content, being more creative. I think Kais is just kind of in his own world of like, dude, I've been doing this for so long. I don't want to keep doing the same thing, but I don't know what to do. So I think he's trying to, these up-and-coming guys, I think he is trying to take some things away from them and maybe not give the credit when the credit is due kind of thing. So that's kind of what I got from the cast. So I am a fan of Tom. Like I said, I think his videos are very monotonous. He's doing a lot of the same things. He's going to his mall in Winnipeg. He's going to... what is that? Something Night store, that consignment store that he has a buddy with down in Winnipeg, or he's going to livestock. Like, that's what he does. So I think to break that up and be different, but in this cast, both of them, and I think it was more of Tom, they talked about kind of what's their next step, with YouTube. And Tom really says he wants to branch out. He doesn't want sneakers to be his only identity. He wants to make videos and content about other things. But again, he is, as a YouTuber full time, I would be concerned with my views as well, because that's where they're getting paid. But Tom has a lot of sponsorships. Tom has a lot of people in his corner. But I think Tom is feeling stagnant, and I think he wants to really start making content and branch out of shoes. And I think what's great about us, not to toot our horns, we're versatile. And it's not that these guys aren't. I don't want to take anything away from them, but we have a position where we can talk about sports because we started it this way. We can talk about shoes. We can talk about fashion. We can also talk about pop culture. But you see somebody like Kais or Tom or Seth Fowler, for goodness sakes, dog, going into pop culture.
Right.
Are they going to get the same views? Are they going to get the same support? Are people going to drop like flies? I think that's a big concern for them, and it's a concern for anybody, but... that's kind of what I got out of the cast.
What I'll say is when you create content and you have products that you're showcasing, or if your content is product involved, if you start to do something else, you're going to take a hit. There's a bunch of people that are there for the products. They don't care about you. They don't like you. They don't want to like you. They may not even not like you. They may just not even care about you. They don't care. They're there to see the products. Maybe along the line, some of those people latch onto you and gravitate towards you, and you're like, oh, I rock with this dude because he's similar to me, or he had a similar upbringing, or I can relate, whatever. In whatever way you can relate to the person, maybe you gravitate towards them in some way. But I think it was a really good point you made as far as him wanting to create new content and wanting to create more content and different content. He's going to lose some people, regardless. Everyone's going to. Like you said, Seth Fowler, anyone, you're going to lose people because they're not there for that. They're not there for you, realistically.
They're not invested into you yet, or for whatever reason.
You said a lot of stuff. So the other thing that I liked in that, or I want to kind of unpack from that, is the situation you're talking about Kais and his content, and him copying content. Sorry, I can totally see that, and I can totally see how that happens and what happens, because as a beat maker, dog, I used to do that. I would hear new sounds. I would hear shit that was hot when it was the crunk era. I was making crunk beats because that's what everyone wanted, dog. So I was making crunk beats, selling crunk beats. Then when it started to get into the snap shit, the lean with it, rock with it type shit, I was making snap shit. I was making snap beats, selling snap beats to everybody. Then when the snap shit started to fade out, and it was Kanye was starting to do, or you were getting that Rockefeller sound, early to mid 2000s. You were getting the sped up sample shit and all that stuff. I don't remember the time frames or whatever, but I'm just saying my shit evolved as the sounds in hip hop evolved. It was all that soul sample, sped up soul sample stuff that Kanye was doing, that kind of Rockefeller sound from the mid 2000s that really put them on there and really built what they had. I was taking stuff from everyone's genre. Dude, Swiss Beats was popping, Just Blaze was popping. I was taking different stuff and different elements from all these producers and creating beats that either sounded similar or were similar in genre or style, or that you could rap similar over, because that's what people wanted. I was here to make money. Sure. I was strictly using beat production to make money. If I blew up as a big-time producer, great. But I look back on it now, I probably never would have blown up as a big-time producer, because I didn't really have my own sound and my own identity as a producer. I didn't come in and I wasn't doing something completely different where people are like, oh, man, I really rock with that. I was just strictly trying to pay for school, trying to make money, trying to pay bills. And I didn't even I started rapping. Only reason I even started producing because nobody around me was making any good beats. It was all bullshit. It all sounded like early 90s boom bap hip hop, the same sample loop, boom boom chicka doo doom ding, boom boom chicka doo ding, boom, over and over, and then you throw a little violin over it or something, or a little, you know what I mean? But it's the same essential sound and sample.
Right.
And I was like, man, this is just, it's old, it's tired, and I wanted something that sounded new. So I started to create it, and then I started to sell it, and then I started to do the same thing. I was just influenced by whatever else was being created, and that's what I was creating. So I could see him doing that, and I can see him being that guy. But with YouTube, it's a little different. That's more frowned upon in the YouTube game. In the hip hop game, it's like, yeah, whatever, beats are beats. You know what I mean? He did it this way, you freaked it this way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as frowned upon. If you're biting people's style and content and stuff like that, people don't really like that, And I remember a lot of, because I used to do sneaker vlogs, and I remember a lot of people, and I was from Denver, and I came out a little bit after Ted did. A lot of people compared my shit to Ted. I would get a lot like, oh, you're biting Ted. You're biting Ted. And I'm like, I'm not biting Ted. I'm making a vlog. Ted's my homie. We're both from Denver. We're cool. But I think you knowing all that background is making you feel like I'm biting Ted. But I'm really not biting Ted. If you look at our editing style, our editing in the videos, our music choices, or whatever, him making his own music for his videos, me using commercial music and saying fuck copyright and all the other shit, it was totally different. But just because they were both sneakers, just because they were both vlogs, just because we were both from Denver, all of a sudden you're biting his content. We're the same.
There's too much association, which unfortunately. And people can't
discern.
Yeah. People aren't smart enough to decipher that, unfortunately.
So yeah, man, I think I find that really interesting. What do you think to the people that say maybe Kais is just portraying a character like Ray Ray is, or like Thomas? It's not really him. Do you think that's true, or do you think he is really being authentic and he is really being him, and this is just him?
It's hard telling. I think.
He calls himself
I've never met
biggest
Kais.
hype beast. I mean, he's doing it for a reason. I'd have to think that this isn't the guy that we're seeing on this channel as Kais. I don't think that's really him. You know what I mean?
Right. I think there's some of it to it that is him. I do think Kais does have maybe more of an ego than the typical YouTuber, and maybe because he's been doing this so long, and rightly so. He has been doing it a long time. He's been doing videos for a long time. He started out just doing like pranks. That's how Kais kind of got his start on YouTube. That's him and his crew. But I do think he's got a bit of an ego, and maybe I would too if I had over 1 million subscribers. He just hit 1 million last year, so I mean I can understand he's earned his keep from that aspect. But to me, I think everybody plays a bit of a character. On YouTube, and are you going to be a villain? Are you going to be this kind of outspoken individual? I think everybody on YouTube kind of ups their personality by a little bit, right? Just to be interesting, just to be enticing,
anything
right?
On
just
video,
to keep people
if you
gripped.
ever do anything on video, you need to turn the level up. It just does not translate. What translates in person as personality, in video does not translate as personality. You will look like if you have a personality in person, you're like, oh, that guy's pretty funny, he's cool. If you're not turning that volume up on your YouTube creation or whatever, your podcast, whatever it is, you're going to sound so normal and so basic and so dry. You have to turn it up. So that's exactly what my show was. It was me being me. It was me doing Thomas the Franchise, but turning it up a level. It was this, even a level from what I turn it up here on the show. Like, it's me being me, just turned up to 10. And it's funny, Stone Cold Steve Austin said the same shit. He's like, man, he actually changed his name. His real name is now Steve Austin, but he used to be Steve Williams back in the day. And he's like, Stone Cold Steve Austin was Steve Williams, just turned up to 10, I was just turned up all the way.
I remember that,
there was no bullshit. Totally. There was no horse shit. I was going to stomp a mud hole in his ass and walk it dry. That's just what he did, dude. Stone Cold. So same kind of shit, man. Anyone that is like, oh, this fool's full of shit, he's not authentic, whatever, nobody's fucking authentic. Everyone is turning their level up a little bit. If you want 100% authenticity, show me a channel with 100% authenticity. I'll show you a channel with 13 subscribers and people bored to death, gouging their eyes out. Okay? That's, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, everyone, for me, I would consider my shit very authentic, but it is turned up. You know what I mean? And I think it's funny because when people meet you, you're just talking to them normally. You're talking to them chill. You're in a chill setting. They expect this turned up level of Thomas the Franchise, and he's just like, dog, it's not like that all the time. Like that's not. You're not always. It's like a comedian. They just expect a comedian to always be on. You hear those stories about Robin Williams. That's one of the things he feared about being around people and being around people in public is he felt like he always had to be on. He always had to be entertaining. So that's what led to cocaine. That's what led to drugs. That's what led to keeping him up and keeping that upper going, dog, because he always felt like he had to have the light on. He was always on air.
Well, this is where the where the personal shit comes in. I think people expect that from people like you and I, right? Like I go to work every day. I run a store. They expect this, Dallas, because, typically we're not turned up necessarily when it's just day-to-day stuff, but we're just naturally, we have a presence, right? And if we have a bad day or if we're in our feelings, which unfortunately people have bad days, like the people that I deal with on the daily are like, oh my God, the world's going to end. What's wrong with Dallas today? Why? Dallas isn't his normal self. Dallas hasn't brought himself. Oh, especially when we have meetings. Oh my God, man. I got to have the floor. I'm here to control the floor. I'm here to control, I'm here to make the meeting what I want to make it, not what my district manager wants to make it sometimes. And the time that I don't bring that, or the time that I've toned it down just to kind of recharge my battery a little bit, I feel like the world's going to end. So I feel exactly what you mean, and I think these YouTubers go through it daily. I think us as individuals who have this platform, who have other platforms, other lives, I get kind of lost as well, just because there's an expectation.
For sure.
And when I'm not fulfilling that either in my mind or somebody else's mind, I take offense to that. Like I want to give people what they want. I want to give people the content, but I also want to be that transparent guy that says, "Look, dog, my battery.
Yeah, I'm on E right now. I need a little recharge.
I need a little recharge, man. I need to go to Urban Necessities here. I need to get my boxers. I need to get my socks, and I need to get this day cracking. That's
actually my style. I don't know what you're doing, but
sorry.
I can't agree. I couldn't agree more. And I think that's one thing that we need to remember, man. When you're criticizing guys like Tom, or when you're criticizing guys like Kais or whoever, we just got to remember, there is another person probably behind that. This is not fully them. This is probably, like, if you hate their character, fine. It's like hating, if you don't like Uncle Jesse on Full House, cool. Do you have to hate John Stamos too? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I just hate his hair.
It's too damn good.
Because it's so beautiful.
I want the Ecky Breaky
It's so good.
soundbite right now. I'm so mad.
No doubt.
iPad going, but for the future, I'm trying to think how I could do that. So that's the problem. If I would have used a regular microphone, I could have got like a little 2-channel mixer. So I could have plugged the iPad into one microphone, this microphone into the other one, and ran it that way. But it would have been more money and more complications. This is easy because it's just a USB mic plugging in here. I can record it normally, but we're losing the sound bite. So I'm gonna have to figure it out either way. Next week will be fine.
You could be like. Yeah, you could be like Joe Dirt. Hey, I have a microphone right here, and then I got a backup microphone right here where he raises his fists.
What? You talking? You talking to me? I got a mic right here. Yeah. Got a backup mic right here. Check, check. Yep, they both work.
Yep. They both work. No feedback. Yeah, that's what he says.
They both work. No feedback.
No feedback.
That's
it's tight. Yeah, you need to pull a Joe Dirt real quick.
I was saying, when you're in Florida, I'll be there, so we should probably have the sound bites back up and cracking and ready to go. But I just wanted to explore that convo. We might have spent a little more time on it than we should have, but I thought it was interesting, man. I think it's important for people to know that any creator, dog, is they're still having to turn themselves up a little bit, and they're still having to make sure that they're in somewhat of a character, even if they're being their most authentic self. Like I feel like we are on this cast. We're real as hell. But it doesn't mean we don't turn it up. It doesn't mean I don't turn up the joke level and crack a couple more jokes, do a couple more roasts or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm over here at the hotel. I may not be walking down the hall and just start cracking on fools for what they're wearing, but I may do that on the show. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? What do you think you are? You coming in here looking like Slobby Robbie? Like, whatever it may be, you know? I'm not going to do that to the guy in the elevator over here at the hotel, you know? So just keep that in mind, guys. That's all I'm saying. I hope I was able to articulate that the way I wanted to, or hope that came across.
I think so.
Good, but
well said.
As far as sneakers,
but yeah, if Tom wants to come on the cast, I would invite him, man. Like I said, we could be best friends.
I think we could get up to New York. And
you never know
do a
with
little
that
tour and
What's
interview
that?
all those fools in that New York area. That would be fire.
Yeah, that would be cool. Do you think Kais will be coming to
I
the
don't know.
SneakerCon?
When he
in
had
April?
Denver's biggest hype beast on a couple weeks ago, when he did that video, he said
Yeah.
he was trying to get back out here to Denver. He was like, I'm going to be back out, or I'm going to get out to Denver. I've been wanting to get out there. I'm going to get out there soon. So I don't know if that was before SneakerCon Denver was even announced. So I don't know if that's what he was talking about, and he was kind of alluding to being out here for SneakerCon or what.
Well, he did give an update on his cast, just so
fill me
you know.
in. What happened?
But he didn't give a for sure yet, but Kais Omar did say on his recent cast with Tom, he's like, I am trying to make it out to Denver.
Shit.
So he's
Like I
trying
said,
to
I
come
don't
out.
have
So
any.
we'll see what
I don't
happens.
have any hate towards any of these fools. I just, whatever is what it is. We can have real combos, like you said. You're gonna like the content. You're gonna not like some content.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't like any of the content. It is what it is. That's nothing personal, in my opinion.
Yeah. So my thing with Kais, I don't have a problem with him necessarily. I think it makes me cringe a little bit having 1 million subscribers saying, "Oh, don't roast me," and you guys are always doing this, and you guys are always like, dog, get over it. You have 1 million subscribers. Let's get some content, dog. Like, I am so motivated by the work that he's put in and the time that he spent and the partnerships that he has. Oh my God, dude, I would kill for something like that, as we all would. But for me, like, I want to help re-inspire him. I'd love to conversate with him, and I feel like I could help inspire him. Now, that's not, saying that I'm the best or anything like that. I just feel like he and I, or us, having a conversation and asking him the right questions, which I think we could do, absolutely, would hopefully
There's
inspire
definitely
that
something
guy.
to be said about if you lose a little bit of inspiration, you can only go back to people in your circle and your friends and shit so many times before you have to even branch outside of that.
Yeah.
Meet new people,
Totally.
find new shit, explore new avenues. It's not like that's what's dope. It's not like it's not like you're working a full-time job to where you don't have the time to figure it out. You literally can do nothing but figure that shit out. And you said,
And
we would love that opportunity. We're praying for that opportunity. We had nothing to do but shoot content and figure shit out. And dude, I can't even tell you, it would be going down elevator.
Yeah. Well, and I think with Kais, just to end this, and let's move the hell on. He just recently got married to Miss Mina, which is now Mrs. Mina, I guess you'd say. But I think he's probably going to try for a family here soon. Like, dog, he's probably changing and making a lot of changes mentally and trying to prepare his life and this second part of his life. And where does shoes fit into that? Where does sneakers fit into that? Like, maybe he wants to start raising a family, and maybe he switches his vlog up. Like, those are scary, scary thoughts, and those are scary things, but life keeps moving. And I think, maybe he's just stuck there. He's stuck in a rut.
Yeah,
And
it's
I can get
interesting.
that.
He also has a ton of channels. I think that's always a tough thing to do, too. You got, a bunch of different
Balancing
channels going,
that,
a bunch of different stuff. It's a lot, too. I mean, I don't know. I think it's, it can be a battle. But to finish, or to kind of continue along with sneakers here, do you want to look at some more sneakers, or do you want to go through the gifts? Or do you want... Because I don't really think
let's go
sneakers
through
this weekend, there's not much more other than the Yeezys, the Jordans. I'm not really interested in anything else other than those two pairs for the weekend.
Same.
So I know, here's something. What are you going to open up first?
Let's see here. I guess since we're still kind of talking about sneakers and fashion, let's start out with your big box.
Yeah, so go ahead
Is
and
that
open
cool?
that up. The Supreme Director's Chair came through, and here's what I want to say. When you open that up, a few different people messaged me, including the homie Brian the Philly Plug, and he was like, yo, man, make sure you check your chair right when you get it or pretty quickly, because some people are getting the wooden pieces without the fabric, or they're like missing because you got to put the Supreme back on it. It's like missing and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I know. He's like, make
that's not
sure
good.
everything is there in your chair. So that's your job, Dal.
Dang. Does that make sense then to maybe pay resale and buy it from StockX because it's going to be
true,
verified?
right? Well, yeah.
Just saying.
Right. So with it,
All right, give me a second
so
here. I'm
you're
pulling
gonna
it
have
out.
to show me, and you're gonna have to show the actual GoPro camera that's going up on the cast too. So you're gonna have to do a double show there.
Okay. Here's the good news.
Nice.
Fabric
Yes.
is there.
All right.
So we got the fabric.
We're,
That's number one. Now, number two. Let me get all this plastic sweet wrapping off of this chair here. You know what? I should have had JJ do
I don't know
this.
what you're doing.
What were we thinking?
Yeah, he's not even on the cast today.
I know he's right
dude,
here
if
in
it's
front of
just
me.
you and Dow, that's cool, man. I got a lot of stuff I could be getting done. I was like, all right, no problem, man.
Yeah. I got a lot of things to do. All right, JJ's unfolding the chair for me real quick. And we're opening up the
Thanks,
fabric.
Stringer. Nice job.
He says, thanks, Stringer.
Oh, yeah, you can.
He's like,
all right,
okay,
man,
that's
cool.
fine.
Yeah. Oh, no, he probably said, no problem and everything. What we got?
All right, so I'm watching him. He's
piecing
putting
it together.
Flags. He's putting on the back support right now.
How big is it?
Slide.
Is it like regular size chair? Like, or is this
here,
for a little man?
Let's see. I'm gonna turn this.
I can see
Can you
JJ.
see him?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's putting it all together, dude. He's got wood rods in his hand. Who knows where theirs are going to be used? Oh, I get it. Hold on. Look at the front. So stick the rods through there, and then they go.
Are you guys filming this with the GoPro over there?
Got it.
Because people on YouTube? Okay, are they able to see this? This is insane. We're doing live setups here. Dallas.
So here.
Oh, you're actually putting it together. I was gonna say, can you show me the next item while he puts that together? But you're Dallas is doing.
I'm educating this.
Oh my goodness. If this cast couldn't go any more off the rails, the maintenance man just needs to bust back through the door and make a little more noise, fire up the air compressor. That would be the only thing that makes us better. Jeez.
Yeah, no doubt.
We gotta. Okay, can you show me the next item while he's putting that together? So we're not wasting everyone's time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting it positioned here again. JJ, will you hand me the... Hand me that gift, would you?
You guys are prepared with the gifts over there, huh? It's tough when you're a two-man staff. You guys aren't used to doing this as a two-man rotation over there. You guys are struggling. You guys are having some issues. This is tough. Dallas had to put down the headphones. He can't even hear me roasting him right now. I can see his Skype, though. He's picking back up the headphones.
All right.
He's back.
So, I'm going to put my ears back in here real quick. So, this should be the gift from our boy, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Philly Plug.
For your gift, right?
Remember...
Dope.
Yeah, remember what happened with FedEx and the loss of packages,
the
and the bomb cyclone?
Worst,
remember all that?
Bro.
Yeah, Dallas got the shaft on this one, but came in the clutch. Let me open this up.
Came in the clutch.
Dude, how weird is it, man, doing the cast in Vegas when you could be like frolicking and having a great time and just being weird and crazy and hitting up like Whataburger and hitting up White Castle and hitting up In-N-Out like 7 times? I would have already done that today.
I did go to In-N-Out last night on the late night tip. Well, it wasn't even that late because I knew I had to be up early for the cast because I'm actually an hour earlier than you guys. So you guys got to the studio at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is like 7:30, 8 o'clock my time. So I knew I was going to be up early, went to bed early last night, didn't do anything too crazy, just rolled around the strip a little bit, smoked some weed, hit the dispensary, got some legal weed, had the Supreme lighter holster, got about 15 compliments out on the strip on it, lit up some people's smokes for them, just talked some shit. I was rocking the Off-White Vapor Max, so I got a bunch of compliments on those. Shout out to Brian the Philly Plug. He sold me those on a deal. He sold me the white pair and the black pair on a smoking deal.
Which pair? Which pair did you wear last night? The white or black?
With the blue laces in them.
Dope. Yep. Gotta have the blue laces. If you're not wearing the blue laces,
I wore those to the airport yesterday too. So yeah, it was fun. Went to In-N-Out.
Oh, sick.
Chilled.
All right.
What do you got?
All right. So here's what we got. So it looks like it's a Neff box, and it looks like it's got donut sprinkles on it. You can kind of see that. It's kind of cool. So let me open up this box. It says the style name is Brody. Like, what's up, bro?
Oh, okay.
D.
What up, Brody Wody?
You know what I mean? And then it's got, the glasses case. Little zip up.
Oh, dude.
Sick. And let's
he
get
got
these
you.
joints
I
open.
know it. I know he got you the Macho Man joints.
Oh, my God. Oh, dude, hold on. Let me put these joints on.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think. I just thought about it. How are we going to do a thumbnail for this show? What are we doing?
Dude, I don't know. But hey, cue my music. Where's Billy Ray Cyrus? Cue it.
I wish I could.
I need this.
Oh, those are sweet, dude. Oh, man. Are we not hitting Waterworld with those this summer or what?
Yo, dude, hold on. Check it out. Can you see the side profile of the mullet, dude, with these sweet
the mullet
Neff
isn't
shades,
deep enough.
dude? Stunners
you need to go
from
after
the 80s.
the cast today and get that mullet cut deeper.
Okay, I'm gonna do that
Robin
today
is
for
gonna
the cast.
kill
So
you.
check it out. So they're the Brodies. They've got I call these my windshields, and on the side they've got checkers, dude, which are super sick. Like they almost look like lightning bolts.
Yes, I do.
You see that? Some checkerboard, just checkerboard
those are
lightning
so
bolts, dude.
sick.
These are fire. Now check this out. Extra pair of lenses, dog. Like super dark. So like I can change out my lenses, dude,
Oh,
aka my
super sick.
windshields.
So let me see the other ones. What are the other ones? Are they like a silver, right? Like a chrome? Oh,
These
Gold,
are like
okay,
that
okay.
gold, that goldish
Yeah, those are
chrome or
dope.
whatever. And then you have like a super traditional. Let me just pop these out of the bag real quick. Then you have like a super traditional kind of like smoky haze.
nice. That's dope.
set,
It comes
which
with a
is
whole
which
set
is
of
really
extra
cool, too.
lenses, he sent
Dude.
you an extra pair. I don't even know how.
You know what? For Neff, I used to think Neff was like, just some basic shit, like some cheap whatever. Dude, this case, extra lenses, this case inside here, dude, is like super sick. It's like got this like nice foam inserts, dude, to really protect
It's got the
lenses.
lightning bolt kind of print on the inside and shit.
Yeah.
It gives me some Saved by the Bell
Really,
Bell
really
vibes for
sick.
some reason. When I see that print,
dude,
I'm hearing,
yeah.
when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna
Wake up in the morning and the ball gets out of morning. I don't think I'll ever
Exactly.
make it
Damn
on
it.
time.
Where's the damn
Totally,
where's
dude.
the damn music? We need it.
I know we need that.
Sick.
So yeah, man. Let me put them on
Yes.
again here. Shout outs
Those are
to
dope,
Brian the Philly
dude.
plug, man. JJ, what do you think, man? Are these copper pass?
Those are calm.
Damn, even JJ, dude. Hey, hold on, real quick. Let's take a live look at JJ, dude. Dude, he is on his ass trying to put the ass
shit.
together.
He's
on
going
the
ass to mouth
Supreme
down
chair,
there. What is he
dog.
doing?
This guy is, dude. He doesn't have to work out
JJ.
today. He is getting his workout on right now.
JJ,
He
you don't
is
be doing
good to
that.
go.
Don't you know you get a UTI if you go A to V? You don't want to go A to V, guy. What are you doing? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Well, I'm just trying to put together the Supreme chair.
Just don't
and
break the chair,
everything,
JJ. That's all I care
and,
about. Just don't break the Supreme chair. Because I ain't trying to pay resale when I
Yeah.
already got
All
it
right,
retail.
All right, he's almost done, dude. You know what, man? I'm glad you're not here, franchise, because this
he?
guy's sweating back here.
Is it hot in the
okay?
glass house,
Putting
too?
this together.
Is it hot in there?
Yeah. All right.
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you
for the
ready to
big
see it?
reveal. Let me see this thing. Oh, sick, dude. I like it.
How does that look,
I
dog?
like it a lot. How does it? Does it look like it's
Damn.
gonna hold up? Like if you sit, I'm a pretty decent sized human being. So if I'm sitting in that thing, is that gonna? It's not gonna fall out on me, right?
Well, I'm gonna try it here. If I break your chair, you can just pay
that's
resale
fine.
for a new
and
one.
if
Hold
you
on.
break it, I definitely know that I'm not gonna be doing any good in it. Yes, he's sitting in it with the glasses on. Super dope. Nice. Oh, he's putting the headphones back in here. He's got the headphones back in. He's trying to move it over towards the boom mic, so you can.
All right. Hey, dude, I sat in it ever.
Did it
so
creak? Did it go,
gingerly, okay.
Did it creak or buckle
What's
at
that?
all? Like it's. But was it like my
no.
stadium seats at the crib when we were doing reviews?
Yeah, dude, it was. There was no creaks, which is super sick. But I will tell you this: I sat in it ever so gingerly because when we were putting this together, dude, there are like pencil-shaped dowel rods, and there's one on the
No
left
way.
and one on the
That's
right.
it?
And when we're putting that together, when you're talking about two pencil-shaped dowel rods, that
Wait,
sounds
they're
like
the same
it's trouble,
thickness
you
of
know?
a pencil? When you're saying pencil
Roughly.
shaped, of course they're round. But what do you mean by that? Does that mean the same thickness? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh shit!
About the same thickness as a number
Really?
2 pencil. Okay.
But how does it feel though?
So would this be a chair that you would have sexual
No,
relations on?
no.
Absolutely not.
Dude, you
cannot
couldn't
do
even
that,
sit on
okay?
that thing for an 8-hour office work day.
I could. It's got pretty good support, but I can't sit on anything. Remember,
Yes.
I sit on my back.
Yeah.
I don't sit on
Yeah.
my ass like regular folk. But it's pretty comfy. It's not bad.
Interesting.
I like it. Yeah, man. I think we could. I think we could sit on these all day at SneakerCon. I need to get the red.
Yeah, you
I'm
got to get
ordering
the
it
Red
now.
Dead Redemption. Quick.
Okay.
Yep.
Red Dead Redemption.
Quick. Dope,
Okay.
man. Thanks for opening that. The shades
right.
are super sick. Those are, shout out to Brian the Philly plug. Those are fire, dude.
Yeah, man.
He hooked me up with the rolling tray, got you with the shades. What are you doing? Oh, Billy Ray?
Oh, I'm just doing a little miniature Macho Man with these. I think I was just trying to bring the Macho Man back a little bit because I feel
Dude, did you hear?
Okay. Hey, Elizabeth, don't you ever try to do that again. You just sit over there and shut your mouth.
That might have been the worst Macho Man in history.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
You're like growling. You're not even doing the Macho
Yeah, I know.
Man.
I can't do it, man. You know what, man?
It's
practice,
like this,
okay?
man.
We'll keep
Don't
practicing.
No, you talk a little bit low like this. What you doing, man? Elizabeth, go sit down over there, brother. I feel like I'm popping the mic like crazy because I'm getting too close. I can't do it with this mic.
No, man. I think it sounded amazing. I love it. All right. So that's what we got, man, for gifts slash
really
swag
dope, dude.
Today.
Super sick glasses.
Yeah.
Shout out
I
to
like
Brian
it.
the Philly Plug for coming through with the gifts, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the cast on this chair, so we're gonna make sure it's nice and broken.
Good.
By the time you get back.
Yeah.
Okay?
Make sure as long as it's not a saggy butt on that thing, as long as it's not like just sagging out.
No saggy bottom, boys.
Okay. All right, man. Let's move along. Do you have anything more on sneakers and fashion? You want to move into YouTube comments?
YouTube comments.
All right, let's go into those. Give me 1 sec. Let me refresh this.
Actually, I'm gonna change chairs.
Wow, that was short lived.
R.I.P.
What happened?
Supreme.
What do you mean you're gonna change chairs? Oh, he took the headphones out. Can't even hear me. Can't even hear me. That's fine. That's fine, Dave. All right, so you're back. Are you wearing the glasses the whole cast?
Like a crack
addict. Even though you said you were going to sit on the shoes the whole cast. I mean, on the chair the whole cast. Didn't. Even though you said you were going to sit on the chair the whole cast, then changed your mind a quick 45 seconds later. Are you going to leave the glasses on for the full cast?
I'm leaving the glasses on.
Can you see your monitor?
Just
Can
barely.
you see anything?
Don't need to.
Hilarious.
I'm going to take this sticker off, though, real quick, because it says UV 400 protection. That's pretty good. I think I could take these fishing.
Yeah, that is pretty good. All right. I don't know if that's good. I was just messing around. All right, let me start in with the comments. The homie Colby is in 100% behind getting rid of the cable box. If you have the Apple TV, Fire Stick, Roku, etc., you can download a program called Kodi. This allows you to watch any TV show or movie, including some in theaters. I've had it for almost 3 years and never had an issue. And staying on the entertainment tip, there's a fairly new YouTuber, Sneaker Botter Nova. So it's Sneaker and then Botter and then Nova. Sneaker Botter Nova. You should check out. He's a reseller, lives in NY, and has his hands in literally everything. As frustrating as it is to watch him score on every pair that us peasants miss on, it's a really good watch. It's really dope to see the other side of the sneaker game. I don't resell or necessarily agree with it, but if you pay attention, you can really use some of that shit you see on his channel to help yourself with releases. Dope, man. That's a good strategy. I actually have found a lot of different strategies through YouTubers' channels and just different stuff they're doing. So really good tip, man. I'll have to check out that dude. Yeah. Sneaker Botter Nova is the gentleman. And I get asked a bunch of times how I caught my sneakers, and I go through and I respond back to you guys and I let you know, like, yo, I enter raffles, like I don't go wait in line much. I don't jump through a ton of hoops. If I don't score it on a raffle, I pay resell if I really want the shoe. That's really it for me, dog. I mean, occasionally I have people looking out for me. I have, the homie Brian in Philly. He wore both his pairs of Vapor Max a couple times, and he was like, I don't remember what happened. His lady was hassling him, or he needed to pay for something. He was like, yo, I just need some extra bread. I'll sell them both for this. I was like, done, dude. Send them over. They were size 12. It worked out perfect. So unless I do get ooped from time to time like that, but most of the time it's raffles or I'm paying resale. But Sneaker Botter Nova, I'll check that guy out. You guys should do the same, man. Check out some of these cats and give you some different tips on how to cop. The homie Baker Cell is in. Gronkowski will be in the WWE in 2 years. Bank on it. Damn, I need the gunshot for that. He's serious. He's ready to. Yeah. I don't disagree. I can see it happening. I can see it. You called it.
Yeah. Why 2 years though? I'm just wondering if there's something.
There's a lot of learning. It's a big learning curve. Ronda Rousey came from the world of MMA. Gotcha. So it was a little bit easier.
And she's still the worst.
But,
with
her
talking.
promo skills.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
she's gotten better. I don't want to fully hate on her, but she's gotten better. But even the other night, she's now what's called a heel in the wrestling business. She's like a bad guy. She's turning against the fans.
Okay.
She's turning against the locker room. She's starting to talk shit to everybody. So she's becoming a heel. It's awful, dude. It's sometimes cringeworthy to watch. Like, it's just bad. It's so unbelievable. Totally. She's just not there yet. You know what I mean? But I got to give her credit. She has been in the WWE for 1 year, and she's the champ. You know what I mean? She's already got the belt around her waist.
Totally.
She's doing an awesome job physically. I just think her promo work and all that stuff needs work. And that's the big thing about WWE, man. A lot of people hate on WWE or whatever for whatever reason. Those guys are not only what they do athletically is super talented, but night in and night out, but the promo skills, dog. These guys have to be full-on believable actors out there. And if you're not, people see through the bullshit. Ronda's kind of getting a pass, I think, a little bit because she is Ronda Rousey. But, dude, you're out in front of a live audience with a live mic on live TV. There's no drop button. There's no dump button. There's no let's do another take. There's no cut it and let's restart. You have to nail that promo in believable fashion, and you get one shot to do it in front of a live audience. And guess what? They're also going to use that footage of you doing the live promo to promote the show and build up to the next pay-per-view, in this case, WrestleMania, for the next month and a half. So you're going to see those promos over and over, and they have to be good. They have to be on point because WWE is going to make those into packages and highlight packages to promote the show. So it's tough.
One shot, one kill.
It's tough to be a WWE superstar, man. Not only the road, not only everything you have to learn as far as doing it athletically, but the promo skills, all the other behind-the-scenes stuff, the travel, it's tough.
Do you think that's why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is such a badass actor now and one of the highest paid, arguably, because of all of the skills practice that he had with?
I think wrestling helped him, but even look at Dwayne, dude. He didn't step in. He wasn't The Rock, or he wasn't what he is now right away. He was doing the Scorpion King. Right. He was doing the Tooth Fairy. He was doing all these little shit movies, dude. Just trying to get in, trying to cut his teeth and build it up. And then what happened? All the big roles started falling in place. The Fast and the Furious, the Ballers, the Jumanji, and all the bigger roles started to come. And
sure,
I would say you got to give credit to wrestling, but I don't think it's all wrestling. I think that guy just worked his ass off.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, hard work and success with that guy, for sure.
4:30 a.m., The Rock's in the gym, clanging and banging. Just that's how he does it, dude. That's how he does it. Yeah. Dirty DJ is in. Totally. I got the Night's Watch Ultra Boost as well, and I'm really impressed with the leather cage and fleece liner. I didn't like the fleece liner, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that thing is a succulent magnet. That's just my personal, I said that on the last cast, this is my personal opinion, but I went true to size, and the opening is tight, just like you said, Dal. Def want the pair Dal got, and the black and red pair as well. I agree with Dal completely about the trail soles. They make the human race soles super comfortable. The last two human races with the difference in bottoms kill my feet. Have 3 from the inspiration pack, but selling the blue and black pairs because the white ones kill my feet. Man, I don't know all that went into the live streams, or I didn't know all that went into live streams. Keep up the great work and have a blast in Vegas. Yeah, so we were talking about live streaming the show last time. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you coming through. Game of Thrones Ultra Boost, I've seen a lot of mixed reaction. For me, I'm out on all of them. Don't need any of them. Not that geeked on them. Think they look like New Balance. Think they look like an old man shoe. I saw someone tagged us in a pair on Twitter the other day. Same thing. It just gave me the most incredible New Balance vibe. Not that that's a bad vibe, but if I want that vibe, I just buy New Balance. I don't know. Something about it just...
right.
I don't know what it is. But Vitzer, you see Vitzer came through. He loves every pair. He thought they were all fire. So it's all opinion. It's all over the map, man.
It's tough, too, because you're going to bring... Arguably, I think we're probably the only 2 dudes who haven't watched Game of Thrones.
I think so.
I think we're probably the only 2 dudes left in this world that have never watched it.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot of bias towards that as well, because the story on Game of Thrones, I guess, is unbelievable. And, and I think that just creates a bias that everybody loves him because of that as well. I think it's hard to argue that.
For sure. Mario Martinez Jr. is in. People put shit out there to get attention. They need to get the attention they need and desire. That's some real talk right there from JJ. That's starting to become the norm for society. Loving the podcast, my dudes. Stay up. Stringstein dropping some good knowledge there. Stringstein getting a shout out.
Yeah. Stringstein getting shout-outs.
like
I wish
it.
you could hear right
Stringer, just go in and read the comments later, buddy. You'll be excited. GoldenEye is in. Yo, Supreme TNF, baby. Hope you guys were able to cop. Very excited for week 5. Can't go wrong with the Denali fleece. Dow, StockX has now updated payout options. They now offer direct deposit in addition to PayPal. RIP PayPal 1099K. You think StockX is coming after GOAT or what? JJ, the sneakers laces looked fire in your Air Maxes. That's the ones JJ posted on the Most Underrated Podcast Instagram account, which JJ's been doing a great job on that past few days. He's taken that and kind of running with it. So I appreciate JJ for that, man. It allows him or allows us to put up that content that we're not always able to do throughout the day. So big shout out to JJ and thank you for that, dog. Dal, what do you think about the Supreme stuff?
The Supreme stuff. Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I am not going to pay those retail prices for that. Like, I'm not in love with it. And, I'm not a big reseller. So, and it's forecasted at least double, to sell over double. And I think some of the jackets and whatnot that I wanted anywhere from, the high 2s to 350s to 400s. I don't love it that much. So for me, it wasn't a hard pass, but it was a pass for me. Stuff sold out within 9 to 13 to 14 to 20 seconds today. So for me, I sat this one out. I really did. I just wasn't in love with it. And at those retail prices, I've got a Florida vacation. I would rather go spend that on a pair of shoes or something than I go to a random consignment shop. That's kind of where my head's at. Plus, I was also trying to save money to maybe go to Vegas.
Let's just take this opportunity to hit Supreme really quick. Was there anything that you copped this morning? Did you go after anything? I did not because I was trying to get all this podcast stuff together. I really would have liked to go after the North Face to sell, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I really wanted out of this whole thing, but just knew that it would be unbelievably tough to get? I really liked some of the North Face fleece.
Yeah,
the North Fleece. That's what they were. I'm talking about the North Face fleece blanket, dog, that came out. I thought they were super sick. And now that I have that Forerunner, I was thinking, man, I could just keep that blanket in the back. When I'm on some excursion with Robin trying to fill up her love tank, mentally and physically.
Got him.
Pause. I had this sick ass blanket. I had the sick ass blanket, but dude, the blanket retailed for $1.50, dog.
Yeah.
A blanket? $148?
Get
out of here. So I wanted that, and then the other thing that I wanted, but I didn't try to get, was that Crown air freshener that retailed for $34. I saw some sick ass memes of that. Like I saw that Crown transposed onto the Queen of England's head. there were some sick ass memes on that, but I liked those two things. Again, the jackets and everything I liked, but I wasn't gonna pay $350 or more. I just wasn't.
I was the same, and I kind of was looking like, what does that really leave in resale value? You're talking $350, $400. Where's that leaving? $398 for a lot of these, like a lot of the North Face jackets? What are those going to resell for? You think?
Well, if you look at it right now, it was forecasted to sell for $600 plus, depending on the colorways that you were looking at here. But if we go into StockX real quick, for sure. So if you look right now, the Big Dog jacket, the lowest ask right now is $678, and that's in an extra large. The small is going for $788, and the medium is going for $695. So it's looking about double. Yeah,
would have been worth it, huh?
So far,
would have been worth it for me to get my ass.
So yeah, this is day one, but yeah, it's worth it if you put in the work.
My time this morning was just bad, full. All right, so moving on here, Johnny Boost is in. What an amazing rendition of Stu's song, Doug, fellas, and TTF playing the invisible piano. LMFAO, so
I
fire.
Forgot. That's tight.
Actually, funny. I have a edit that I put together last night with that, and then it goes into like the SVP part we talked about. So it's dope. It's gonna play. You know how Instagram? Have you seen on Instagram now where if you post a video up and it's longer than 1 minute long, it'll automatically add it to your IGTV, if you tell it to, and that way it'll prompt the person watching the video. It'll say keep watching. Boom, it'll click them right over to your IGTV and they can watch the rest of the video. I think you can upload those videos. The total can be like 15 minutes long. So I created a dope one of us. It's got that. It starts out the intro with that, and then it goes into the SVP conversation that we had, and I actually pulled the clip from SVP, so it shows him talking about it. Our little box is in the bottom. Like, it's dope, dude. It's going to be up today on our IG, so
that's tight.
Be on the lookout for that in a little bit after we finish wrapping this podcast up. He finishes out here. Also, which direction do you guys hope the Broncos go with the 10th overall pick in this year's NFL draft? Do they move up, move back, and what do you guys think? Do you want to hit that first, or do you want me to, Dal?
I'll let you hit that first because I haven't done as much research on that. I've just kind of been following these most recent events, like with the Sanders situation, running back situation. I'm trying to look at. I'm trying to reevaluate health on our rosters because obviously our big dog running back, our young running back, I should say, it was out with that big ass. Was that a wrist injury? On his carrying hand?
Phil Lindsay,
like some sort of.
Wrist injury.
Philip Lindsay.
He had to have surgery on it. He's still out. They said he's not going to be ready for minicamp. He's still out.
Dude, and we're talking tendons. Tendons were jacked up. Dude, that takes a long time.
I have no idea what the Broncos coaching staff was doing with Philip Lindsay last year. You already saw the guy was electric. You saw what he could do. He proved his worth. The season was in the toilet. We weren't going anywhere. After we were eliminated from the playoffs, why are you still running this tiny man between the tackles? Makes no sense to me, dog. Oh, so we can get him hurt?
Yeah.
For what? For a season that doesn't matter?
Yeah. So we could help him break a rookie record? Why? Is that
right?
Is that important?
You already know the guy's not durable. You know what I mean? Well, he's durable as he could be for being that size. But
that size, yeah. And a local boy.
I don't know. That kind of just rubbed me wrong with Philip Lindsay that way, the way they used him. But I haven't I was actually going to go through this week and look at and start re-breaking down and kind of re-go through another mock draft and kind of reevaluate because I'm still looking at Drew Lock, man. I still have Drew Lock, quarterback out of Missouri, number 10. Broncos need to draft a quarterback. Obviously, we just got Joe Flacco, but you can draft a kid like Drew Lock and let him sit behind Flacco for this year, maybe next year as well, depending on how well Joe plays this year. What an opportunity, dude. You let him sit there for a couple of years, develop behind him, let him know the system, let him understand what it is to be a pro, what it is to be in the NFL. I think they go for Drew Lock at 10. That's where I'm still sitting. Like I said, I still have some of the other stuff has moved and shifted, but I still think I'm sticking my guns. Arizona's going to take Kyler Murray at number 1. Josh Rosen is going to be on the trade block. It looks like from what I've seen, all the reports I've seen, this has not been widely reported news, but I have seen through some sources that the San Diego Chargers have offered a second-round pick for Josh Rosen. It's already on the table, ready to go. All the Cardinals have to do is accept it. They're wanting a first-round pick. LA. It's going to be hard to not call them San Diego for the rest of my life. The LA Chargers are saying, we're cool giving up a second-rounder. We're going to sit here with the second-rounder. It's on the table. You're more than willing to accept it, but we're not going to go any farther than that because no one else is even offering a second round right now. So why would we give you a first? You know what I mean? That's kind of what they're looking at. So I've seen that the Chargers do have that on the table. I think, dude, second round. I mean, yes, you took him in the first round last year, but you have to just eat that value. You got to just take the second rounder and move on. I don't think you're going to get a first rounder for him. You may. You may. I don't think it's going to happen. But so as far as the Broncos, Drew Lock at 10. That's where I'm staying. Anything? What do you think, Dal? Anything different?
For me, I don't know, man. I keep seeing the Ohio State quarterback
for the Broncos.
Dwayne Haskins.
No,
I do.
No way.
I do.
Why do you say that?
I do. I know that. I know that sounds crazy, but as I'm looking at like mock drafts, that kind of thing.
I thought he was going to the Giants for sure, but I've kind of flipped on that, and I'll tell you.
Same. I was that big arm at MetLife. I thought, man, that would be a lock for somebody in New York. I thought that would be a good fit. But man, I might see a Haskins come over to the Broncos, man, to back up our man Joe Flacco. That's what I'm going to put on right now. And I think I saw a mock draft echo that same thing. I don't know if it was
Haskins to the Broncos.
Let's see. Oh, dude, it's Pete Prisco's 2019. Whoever Pete Prisco is, I don't know. I was reading about that because I was searching all these quarterbacks and what the Broncos could do, whatever. But Dwayne Haskins to Broncos, and then Giants opt for Daniel Jones.
Crazy. Here's what I think. I think the Giants take Rashawn Gary out of Michigan, D tackle / D end. I think that's who they're going to go with there.
Okay.
So because they're reportedly the Giants don't like Dwayne Haskins. I don't know what's behind that, but that's the reports I saw. They're just not that big of a fan. But guess who does like Dwayne Haskins?
Yeah.
John Gruden. And now that he's not able to get Kyler Murray, because Arizona's most likely going to trade Rosen and take Murray at 1, who falls to Gruden there at 4? Dwayne Haskins. I think that's more likely the direction they go, but 5.5 weeks out, Dal. Only time gonna tell here.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I still see Kyler Murray, obviously, to the Cardinals. I see Nick Bosa, 49ers. I'm trying to think of some of the other quarterbacks that I had. Dwayne Haskins, the Broncos, possibly. Drew Lock, I see possibly going to the Dolphins. And
it might flip. Like I said, we still got time.
Yeah, and then maybe Daniel Jones is what I was thinking.
You see them sticking to their guns at 10, or you see them moving up or moving back out of 10? What do you see that happening at all as a possibility, Del?
I see them sticking to their guns or a secondary moving back.
All right.
That's what I see.
Let's continue along here. DJ Crush is in. Not sure if you guys seen, but the upcoming but the coming out early April Bodega New Balance are a must cop. We actually got those. We're going to take a look at those right now. I think you guys would agree. You can thank me later, LOL. One more thing. Dow, those Nike Element ISPA Low that you copped, are they true to size or half size up?
Okay, we'll start with the ISPAs. I told everybody on the cast kind of what happened, but I was able to try on a 10, and I ended up getting a 10.5 from Ind because I didn't know their sizing. I'm used to buying Adidas. So long story short, bought the wrong size of ISPAs. I had to sell mine immediately. I haven't rebought them yet, but Joey, who works at Certified Tattoo Studios here, was kind enough to let me do a review on his pair, and it is 100% true to size, no doubt in my mind. Get true to size, you'll be fit.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah, that's what I'll say. And the ISPAs are sweet. They look sick on foot too, man. So I think it's probably one of the best on feet that I've done this year. I think it's a great shoe on foot, super comfy, and can withstand the elements of
the
Colorado.
New Balance Bodega collab, the 997s. What's your feeling on those, Dal?
Dude, you know me, man. I was a New Balance guy heavy until the Boost came out. I love this shoe, and here is why. There are so many hints of greatness. There are so many details to this. So if you look at the shoe, you've got like this crazy, I'm going to call it chinchilla fur.
Yeah. Dude,
on the sides.
It's hairy, for sure.
Dude, this is a hairy chinchilla that I just want to pet all day. You've got the nice suede nubuck on the toes, just like what reminds you of the Game of Thrones joints. So,
but they look better, dude.
I can't really see them here.
They're cut into like a dope design on here.
Yeah, dude, it reminds me of
the
Yeezy.
Reminds me of the 7.
It reminds me of.
Yeah,
that's the 700, dude. That's the 700 cut that makes it look so good and common to us folk in the back. But, dude, the colors of these, it is one of the most neutral shoes with enough color to make it pop. Look at the shoelaces, for God's sakes. They have yellow tips. They come with 3 separate laces, dude. They come with a black, a white, and then a red with, like, polka dots or something on it. They've got the subtle hints of the Bodega on the lace tips. If you look at the insole, they have like this weird character in there that has an umbrella with a side cap and a big old beard. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I think it's a sick touch. Dude, there's so many things I like about this shoe.
So it's crazy because they're like super hairy on the outside cage, and they got the purple N, and then on the inside it's smooth leather and it's white. So it's like gray hairy suede on the outside with the purple N. On the inside of the cage, it's a leather cage, all white, and then it's got like a tiger striped New Balance logo. Do you see that? Yeah, super dope. And then you got the Bodega on the lace tips. Like you said, comes with a few different pairs of laces. Must cop for you? Are you with Crush right there? Is this 100% must cop?
I would say, yeah. I think this is a must cop. I think this is a way for me to slowly get back into New Balances and kind of have a refresher.
I would agree. I think the value you're
down.
getting for $160, dude, 3 extra pairs of laces, the super hairy suede. You know the shoe is going to be pretty comfortable. I don't know it's Boost, but it's going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you said, the little character guy on the inside of the insole with the umbrella. Just so many dope features here. So,
you know what I want to try is this new midsole. Do you see how it says absorb on the back? Now, I assume that's talking about something with the construction of the midsole, maybe the comfort that they're using, or the what they're calling their comfort. So I'm interested to see what that's going to feel like, because obviously that stuff is in the back heel, so it kind of reminds me of like that 270, that Nike 270 concept, to have that comfort and that bounce in the backside. So I'm kind of as an absorption, so I'm thinking there's going to be a nice foam insert or whatever that's going to make that feel really nice.
Or it could be a cool gimmick with absorb spelled with a Z. No,
cool, for sure.
I'm being a hater. I'm messing with you.
But it looks like April 4th will so this 997S will release exclusively on the network app. I'm not familiar, so I'll do a little research on that. And then April 6th looks like the wide release, at the Boston, the LA bodega shops.
Is that your camera beeping over there? Is that what I'm hearing? Or is that my camera beeping on my side?
JJ, was that our camera?
Did you guys hear any beeping in that room?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, it was ours. JJ got
it, and it still shows recording, but I'm like, shit. Did this thing freeze, or what's going on here? All right, cool. So we're still gitch.
Nope, it was ours.
We're still gitch. All right, cool. I'm in on those. As long as I can pick them up without a hassle, I'm in. 160, 3 different extra pairs of laces. I'm good. The homie Eric Castro is in. Dow, sell that shit preem hoodie. Sorry, that popped me for a second. Sell that shit preem hoodie. Stick with the Kith hoodies. 500 GSM cotton all day. Keep it up, guys. Great podcast, like always. What do you think? You agree? I think you agree.
Yeah, man. I think so. I think I might have to sell it. There's this guy. Let's see here. He goes by on social media. On Twitter, he goes by IG DJTYPETWO. He just hit me up again. And he's like, yo, quit ignoring me. Sell me that hoodie.
Oh, shit. He's trying to cop?
Yeah, so I got some fools hitting me up.
If you want it, let me know.
I might get rid of it. I feel like I should get it dry cleaned a little bit. I'm going to get it dry cleaned, and because, last cast, we were talking about a lot of shit. I was sweating here a little bit, okay? I'm going to get it dry cleaned, and then, maybe I'll hit this fool.
Jonathan is in. Absolutely love this podcast. It's over before I know it. All right. Thanks, Jonathan. I don't know if that's good or bad, but
awesome.
absolutely love this podcast. It's over before I know it. I'm going to take that as a dub.
Yeah, I'm confused, but it's a dub.
Oh, man, Jonathan's
a confusing dub.
He's in it. I'll give you a gunshot, dog. But I don't got the shots. Landon is up next. I personally can't wait to get a pair of the clays, especially after selling my statics and now regretting it. Going to get some peach 3M rope laces and put them in. Also, the true forms I like more after seeing the review with the yellows, greens, and oranges subtly put in the prime knit pattern. The pictures just don't do it justice. Also, just saw Justin Bieber's IG story and thought it was pretty funny. He was wearing the off-white Air Max 90s with the zip tie tag and got approached by a cop and thought it was a security tag like he stole the shoes. He had to explain to him it was just fashion. Yep. LOL. Keep up the great work as always, fam. That's funny. I didn't see that. A cop approached him?
Yeah. I think it was a publicity stunt. Justin Bieber, dog, that fool has been in the news all about his marriage, deconstructing, everything falling apart. This guy's like, yet again, I think he just came out a few days ago saying, hey, man, I'm going to step away for a little bit. I got to focus on my marriage, and I got to focus on kind of me. And I think he's really going through a lot of self-help right now. And bless his heart, dude, I can definitely understand. Get that help you need, dog. Make it happen. But he promises us to all on his social media to have a badass album coming soon. But I think this off-white bullshit was a little publicity.
It sounds like it. What cop is just running up on somebody, especially JB, and saying, hey, is that a security tag? Look, did you steal those shoes from Neiman's? What's going on?
Dog, what New York cop is going to waste their time?
Who is out once you leave the store? who's running up on anyone like, hey, did you pay for that? You
Right.
know, like trying to pull out the tag on your on your polo. Give me a break.
Yeah. You know the biggest problem I had with this video is
Oh, you
Justin
saw the
Bieber's
video?
pants.
I didn't even see
Dog. He had the baggiest cargo pants that I have seen in my life.
That's kind of high fashion now. Yeah, the shit's
Was
like,
it?
well, it's like
I call it no swag. That was
high
that was
fashion,
not good.
no fashion.
No fashion.
Stephen Ryan
No
is in.
fashion.
Great cast again. Would love to try to link with you guys sometime. I'm from Ireland, but travel to the U.S. a couple times a year, and there's just a huge difference in sneaker culture between here in Europe and in the U.S. I think it'd be an interesting combo to compare both. Keep up the great work. Can't wait for Patreon and the merch. No doubt, Doug. If you're over here, man, hit us up. You can come sit through or come sit in. And I agree.
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool combo to have. So
Hell yeah.
if you guys, if people want to come sit in the cast, you're always welcome to come sit in. I'm not saying you can come in and take over the damn show, but you can more than welcome to come sit in. Steven, I would like to talk to you and ask you some questions about sneaker culture over there. I think that, I agree with you. I think that would be fascinating for the audience. So, no doubt.
That would add
We're trying
value.
to add
Add
value
value,
to the show.
for sure.
Thank you, Dow.
Love it.
Next up, my guy, the Monday midsole King Buckeye himself, driving down I-4 here in Atlanta. Or I'm sorry, driving down I-4 here in Orlando and just thought I was almost assassinated thanks to franchise. I'm sorry, dog. I hit him with a loud gunshot last cast. Remember that? I'm sorry. I had the
That's
sound just
right,
cranked.
dude. I remember that.
I'm sorry on that.
JJ was like, "Hey, bro, you almost blew up my
blew him out,
eardrums."
dude. The homie Joey Magana is in. Hopefully I can stay in first in the bracket. That was cool getting a shout out on the cast. Keep up the great work. Nice. Is it Joey Magana or Joey Magana?
Oh man, is this a whole nother geek odd
It is,
situation?
but he corrected me.
Because we
Are you-
killed that.
Joey,
Because we killed
I'm
that.
hoping that it's Magana and you're Italian. Because that would be fire. And
Yeah.
I would be pumped to have you win the bracket challenge for that. If it's, I don't even know. I think it is Magana. Yeah.
I think if anybody wins except Stringstein, I think he's willing to fight people.
I know he
this
is.
guy's pretty passionate about
I know he is.
his March Madness. I had no idea.
Baker Sell.
Okay.
The Michigan game doesn't concern me too much as I feel like the Big Ten is a much more physical conference than the Big 12. If Michigan can combat the faster pace of Tech, they'll be fine. I like how Oregon is playing. Watch them, fellas. As we talked about earlier, we're going in on Oregon today. We're going in on Purdue today. I'm nervous about Michigan. I'm more nervous than you are, even though I got the Fab 5 shorts on and shit. Every girl I walk by out here on the strip, I think she's like, because I see girls staring at my fucking dick because I got Fab 5 written across my dick on these shorts, and it's like, oh, this guy's got a fabulous 5 inches. You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. Honestly, I didn't even think until I wore these out here in Vegas, and then this morning when I was going to get breakfast, I was just getting mad looks. I'm like, these bitches think I got a fabulous 5 inches of dick and shit. I'm out here just lying on my dick. Unbelievable. Yeah,
We out
worst.
here.
What'd you say?
You know? I
Nice.
got nothing, man.
My aunt is in.
Yeah.
My aunt came through. Aunt Berta.
Which one?
No,
the one that
that's
doesn't
my
like
Aunt Holly.
cussing?
My Aunt Berta.
Okay,
she
good.
said, great cast, guys. I agreed with many points that were made with the sensitivity of society. Lawnmower parents need to back off and let their children mow their own way to some degree so that they can be prepared for a little thing called life. What about the way LSU is playing?
Yeah.
Crazy. So she's in on LSU. Look at that. She thinks, I wonder if she got LSU in the
Wow.
bracket.
Dude,
My aunt's serious.
her and Con Lee are best
I know.
friends.
All of a sudden,
Okay.
there we go. little shout out to your boy. Mike the
Yeah, my
Man.
boy.
Boys, incredible cast once again. Sorry, I read that all wrong. Mike the Man. I'm doing JJ style dyslexic. Boys, once again, an incredible cast full of real tings. No BS, no fluff. I can't say it enough how much I fucks with your content, boys. The speech from the broadcaster about the accountability should literally be the mantra for the world. Everybody needs to hear that speech and understand it. I'm literally feeling inspired today, and you guys are the reason. My dog, I want to give you the gunshot so bad right now. I want to start banging on the table, but I don't. JJ did that enough last show, almost knocked down the whole set.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Mike the Man, appreciate you, dog. I totally agree. SVP laid that out very, very well, and that's why I'm going to hash that and put that up on my IG today. So be looking for that. Make sure you're following us too at OMG It's TTF on Instagram, Twitter at OMG It's TTF, at Most Underrated Podcast on IG, and at Dal Palantonio on Twitter. Make sure you're following us there. That's how you can keep in contact with the show when we're not doing the show. Chuck Patterson, nice cast, guys. Appreciate you, Chuck. The homie Carlos is in. As a Duke fan, I about ripped my whole house down during the last 2 minutes of that game. Taco Fall is publicly enemy number one, or at least he was. Also, my dogs think I'm psychotic with the amount of yelling for March Madness, or the amount of yelling that March Madness brings. You probably are a psycho, Carlos. It's probably not March Madness, dog. They probably are just think you're a crazy-ass psychotic fool. Anyways, I think, I think Duke's fine, but I could see how you were a little bit stressed out. I think they're fine.
I think Duke is super lucky that Taco fell out. And then obviously the ball just kind of not even rimming out, but just, all of our hearts dropped into our assholes. And Duke's lucky. They played well. Zion helped him, get that W, but don't get it twisted. Taco fouling out. Ugh. Ooh. A little bit of luck on their side
Greg
as well.
Brinker is in. I absolutely love the navy red and white combo, whether it be Hilfiger, Nautica, Ralph. It's always a dope look. But if you're right. If you don't do it correctly, you look like John Daly golfing on 4th of July. That is so good.
That's true.
I love that one. Brinker coming through with some heat. I like it. All right, the homie Nick is in. Haven't commented in a while, but Dow, drop that Supreme hoodie and get yourself a Kith 400 GSM hoodie if you're looking for quality. One of, if not the best hoodie I've owned. That's the second person to throw that out there, Dow. Second person.
I'm going to have to do it.
Colby said that earlier, too. Is this pod available on Google Podcasts? I don't even know. I tried to look up Google Podcasts, but I don't have Android. All I could find was an app that was in the Play Store, but I couldn't download it. So...
Yeah, I tried it on all my demo phones, but I wasn't able to download the actual app and then go into it yet. But I would think so. I think this RSS feed sends it to everybody. I think there was just like Spotify and some of these other entities where you had to ask for approval. I don't believe Google Podcast does ask for an approval. So I'd like to think it's on there, but I can't.
You should be able to pull it in. Just search most underrated podcasts on there, Jose. If you haven't already, man, let me know what you find, because again, I don't have Android. All right, the homie Doug is in. Clowning my name actually had me LMAO. It's pronounced Geiger, like the old basketball player, Matt Geiger. Oh, so it's Geiger.
Dang.
Geiger. Well, I need to. Are you going to remember that, Dal? Gosh, I'm so bad with names. Doug Geiger. Geiger.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm burning that in my brain. Anyways, too funny on the 7 different ways to say my name. Keep up the good work, guys. Entertaining cast as always. And no, I'm not from Kansas. I'm from Michigan. Go Blue. Let's go. Geiger coming through. Man, I'm so geeked for that game tonight. I thought it was at 7:32, but it's Mountain, so it's actually at 6:30 here. So that's giving me an hour. I have to wait an hour less. I'm very excited, even though it'll probably get pushed back to 7:30 Vegas time anyway. That's how the tournament goes, all those games. You notice that?
Damn, I wish I was there with you.
It's going to be the shit.
Dang it.
I'm be out there.
Sucks.
Finishing up here, DL Kicks, fire like always. Keep up the good work, guys. Dow, I agree on the hoodie. They feel very cheap. I'm considering selling mine also. Look at that. Here's the comment I really loved here.
Dang.
Daniel.yy. This was fire, because me and JJ, literally I uploaded the podcast, and it was probably 2 minutes after I uploaded the podcast, we got this comment from Daniel.yy. It says, I watched the whole thing and loved it. Dog.
Nice. like a minute after you uploaded it?
At the max, 2:30. 2 minutes, 30 seconds after it was uploaded.
Wow.
Bam, this comment came through. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, dog. Speed watching the whole thing and loved it. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I love that shit.
That's dope.
So that wraps up the YouTube comments. Brought to you by Pure Spectrum CBD. As always, man, you can go on there. Use our code at checkout. You can hit the storefront in Evergreen. If you put MUP in the checkout code, you get 10% off your full order. Bath bombs, lotions, creams, tincture, vape pen, everything you guys need, man, for pain management, relaxation, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Hey, real quick on CBD, quick note. It sounds like Walgreens is going to now start stocking.
I saw that. Were you watching NBC Nightly News? What are you doing? Lester Holt.
Maybe
You
so.
get that info from Lester Holt? What are you doing?
Yeah, I got that info from Lester Holtz, our guy. Also, CBD is now infiltrating golf as a super good like muscle relaxer, muscle ache, any of those things, pain management. Dog, CBD is the new wave, and I'll tell you, I've had great success. Robin, her cramps. I'll tell you what, she's a new woman with CBD. That being said, do you see this that I have right here?
Yes.
See this little $20 bill? I just hooked up our boy Stringstein. Well, I was supposed to. I forgot his CBD today, so he's got us paid on that. So I got to bring his CBD. Second, do you remember a Supreme bet that I made with him?
I was going to ask what it was. You guys were talking about a Supreme bet. What? I forgot what it was.
So this should be $25, and it was this morning. But I've already paid him his $5 because the bet was this. Remember, we agreed to, we didn't agree. That's the thing. We disagreed as to what would sell out faster in terms of colorways with the new Supreme North Face jackets. Stringstein said yellow and red.
You guys are going off the
turquoise.
UK sellout times, correct? Okay.
You got it, yeah. And what it was the yellow actually sold out the fastest. And then I think it was the black, and then it was the purple, and then it was the turquoise. Long story short, JJ got one of the two correct, so I gave him the $5.
I think it's fair.
There was no other way to figure it out, because the reds that we both chose was like the last. How about that? The reds, the Supreme red jacket, that is just quintessential.
Yeah,
was one of the last.
That's interesting
to sell out. And then the turquoise was definitely mad in the middle. But he did one of his two. He had right. The yellow was the fastest to sell out. So I gave him his $5. So shout out to JJ. You still suck.
At least he came up on some bread though. I don't care. You could tell me I suck all day.
Yeah,
give me
you did.
$5. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
God, I hope this guy doesn't win March Madness. I just can't have this guy winning a lot. If this guy wins March Madness, I'm just gonna punch him.
No,
own
why?
dick.
He's representing the cast. What do you mean? You're in the toilet. I'm in the toilet. If he takes down March Madness, I'm giving that guy the biggest fist bump, the biggest high five for repping the cast, dog. That's how I look at it. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Without Stringer does a lot for the show. Stringer may be corny sometimes.
Dang.
I may have to roast him sometimes, but I do like the progress he showed. I do like what he does for the show, and he is a part of the show, and he represents the motherfucking show. So if Stringstein takes down the bracket challenge, I'm his number one fan, especially for his first one.
Man, cue the music.
I know.
Cue the music. It ain't no fun if the homies can't.
I thought you were saying the Springsteen music.
That's what's up.
But that's better.
Nope. It
That's
ain't no
what I'm
fun
saying.
if the homies
Why
can't
not?
have.
We're all a squad
So,
here. He's repping the squad. He's repping the team.
fair enough.
Well,
All right, I can't hate.
I'm
Thanks
saying
for
that
changing
because
me
I'm
over.
in the toilet.
I'm
You
on
can
your
feel
side
how
now.
You want to feel, but that's how I feel. If my shit's in the toilet, shit, let the homie win. It's the next best man. He's part of my shit. He's part of my show. Let's do it, Stringer. Let's take it down,
That's
dog. That's how I feel.
I gotcha. Yeah. I can't argue with that.
So let's finish up here with some underrated news stories, man. I guess not really underrated, but that's what we call it. It's because the segment of the show. So let's go into that. Underrated news brought to you by Ascent Eyes down in Parker. The homie Thomas Murray told you he was going to hook me up with the Gucci lenses. Dude, he hit me on Monday. He's like, franchise, I'm so sorry, dog, because I was going to go in Tuesday. He was going to switch the lenses out. He's like, dude, when I was pulling the lenses out or when I was, customizing them, I broke them, man. I'm so sorry. Not going to have them in time for Vegas. But it's all good. He was super cool, super apologetic. Doesn't matter, dude. He's hooking me up with them. He's taking care of me, so I'm going to go down there and get my Gucci glasses taken care of when I get back. But I was excited to have those for Vegas. I was excited to be wearing them today on the cast, but it's all good nonetheless, man. Go check them out. Ascent Eyes down in Parker if you're in Colorado locally, or you can check out at Ascent Eyes on Instagram. You can do, they ship. You can do business with him through the DM. They're super, super cool. Just let him know the kid Thomas the Franchise sent you, and he'll hook you up and look out for you on those. Underrated news, Cardi B situation. I don't really know a ton about it. What do you know, Dow?
Well, so Cardi B did an Instagram live, probably
that's what I was gonna say, 3 years, okay.
years ago ish. Yeah, so it's been a while. So now this Instagram live that she did so many years ago, when she wasn't obviously in the limelight that she is today, said some pretty honest things. And what this video alluded to is that Cardi B in this Instagram Live admitted to robbing and drugging men. The singer explained to herself. So this was, so it looks like it was recorded 3 years ago. So she said, I had to go strip. I had to go, oh yeah, you want to F me? Yeah. Let's go back to this hotel. And I drug them. And then I would rob them. That's what I used to do. So she just explained kind of how she made her money and how she kind of came up in the game, literally. So to me, here's where I want to go with this. I think this is absolutely horrendous. Do I think these things go on? Absolutely. Is this real life? Absolutely. Here's my problem with it. If this was a male, which arguably close to Bill Cosby, this brings up a lot of Bill Cosby memories, right? How he drugged women and took advantage of them. How does Cardi B not have any ramifications from this? Or she hasn't yet. Will she? Why is she getting a free pass on this is my first question. And and number two, is this okay? Is this okay because it's Cardi B? Is this okay because of how she grew up, how she came from nothing or started from nothing and came to where she has and risen from the ashes, like the phoenix that she is? That makes it okay?
Right.
That she came from nothing and has everything now? So those are my two questions for you, Chais. That's kind of where my head's at with this, and I'm just trying to make this make sense.
Like I said, I didn't see the post yet, or I just kind of saw the headline and kind of read through it a little bit. So I don't like to give a hot take reaction when I don't have all the facts or all the info yet or anything like that. I wonder. I'm going to wait. Are there any victims coming out? Is anyone? Where does this go? I guess.
I heard of one victim coming out, but I think it was just through like one facet of social media. So this individual may just be trying to get attention. So I think we're still very
early,
very elementary in this case and early.
Yeah,
so I don't want to go into it.
I don't want to say some shit that when I don't know all the facts yet, or I don't know exactly what's going on. I like what you said, and I totally agree with what you said. If this is what we're doing, if everyone wants this, if we want to all be held to the same standard, we don't want anyone getting any passes. Yeah. We want everyone on the up and up. This is what you guys wanted with the Me Too movement. We've got to apply it to all sides. That's all. That's really where I come out on it. And if she did this, and she is admittedly doing this, and then there should be some ramifications. There should be some. Now you're probably now you're in another tough spot though, because these men were obviously not smart by doing this, and now they probably have wives at home, or they probably are out. Things aren't on the up and up, or maybe they have a nice job. Maybe they were single, but they have a nice job or whatever. Now this is embarrassing for you. Maybe that loss of a rack, a couple $100, couple $1,000, whatever it was, maybe it's not that deep for them. It's like, screw it, keep the couple $1,000. I want to keep my privacy. You know what I mean? So that may be a situation for the male victims' perspective as well. So you may not see these male victims come forward because, let's be real, they're putting themselves in a bad situation. They're as much to blame as Cardi is. They're trying to pull a stripper out the club and pay her to fuck or whatever the case may be. I don't know if they're offering. I assume they're offering to pay her. So you're not in the right there either. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of, I don't want to roast Cardi. Two rights don't make a wrong. But I'm just saying, like you said, I totally see your point. If we're holding everyone to a higher standard and we're doing the Me Too stuff, it should be across the board.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. And again, like, I'm not rushing to any judgments or accusations, but the whole process as we go through this, it just makes you think. And that's all it is.
Right.
I haven't made any decisions. Yep. Why would I? Because I would be an idiot, if not knowing the facts, I got to hear both sides. I got to hear where these guys are coming from. And if they even come out, I think you made a good point of like, these guys may have been married. These guys may have already had situations. This was 3 years ago. 3 years ago versus today, their job situation may have changed. The one thing I will say is Cardi B has came out since and said, hey, I've made the choice. I've made choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options. I was blessed to have been able to rise from that, but so many women have not. That was one of her statements since a lot of this has came out. But, all I can say is, hey, let's see what plays out. Let's see who comes out. Let's see the facts. And, I just hope that we keep accountability in mind and, we do that from all sides. If we're holding, side A accountable to certain things, then, side B needs to be held accountable to the same things. And that's my opinion. So far.
For sure. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
That's what I got on that. What about this? Conor McGregor. What about the most recent findings with Conor McGregor? Number one, retiring and possibly now bringing in events that transpired back in December. What do you know?
I think a lot of people feel like it's BS.
Okay.
And, he already retired once, and he came back and fought right after that. So now he's retiring again. And here's the funny thing. I don't think this sounds like Conor McGregor at all. When does he ever start out a tweet with, hey, quick announcement. Hey, guys, quick announcement. When does he ever do that?
I know, right?
That's like, tell me, okay, the last time I heard someone start off, hey, guys, quick announcement, it was in a corporate work environment.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, everybody come to the break room. Quick announcement. Kelly's going to be having her baby in 2 months, and we need to make sure we prepare the staff, and the store is all staffed up and everyone's ready to go. So I'm going to have some people maybe working some longer hours during that period, during her maternal time, but we're going to get through it as a team. Johnny, you're going to be doing stocking. You're going to be making sure the floor is good. That's, hey, guys, quick announcement. Not retirement.
Yeah.
That's not what are we talking?
Yeah.
That's the last time I've heard quick announcement. That right there, the beginning of it is why I don't take this thing seriously. Forget anything else.
Yeah. Or, dude, none of this sounds like Conor. Look at this. His exact, hey guys, quick announcement. I've decided to retire from the sport formerly known as mixed martial art today. Like, who wrote
mixed
this
martial
shit for
art.
him? I wish all my old colleagues well. He doesn't wish anybody well. Get the fuck out of here.
Do you think he's ever called them colleagues? Do you call people that you fight in the octagon colleagues?
Never.
That's like such funny verbiage to me.
I now join my former partners on this venture already in retirement. Proper pina coladas on me, fellas. That is the only damn thing that sounds like him.
The only thing.
The only thing. Now, I did a little research. I believe Conor McGregor to have 4 more fights within his contract as well.
Yep. I saw...
So...
Is it 4? Yep, it is 4 there. Yep. 4 more fights on the contract. Well, that doesn't mean anything, though. I mean, someone could still retire. 4 more fights. Someone could still retire. What is Springsteen saying?
I don't know. He's it better be important, Springsteen.
Is he talking about the...
You're messing up our news.
The Instagram? The thing we put out on the Instagram page? And then there was a couple people that replied?
Yeah.
Is that what he's talking about?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's talking about the people that replied to us. He wants us to give a shout out.
Okay, so we basically put up a thing that said, is Conor McGregor really retiring or are we getting played? And a couple replies. That's the thing, though. It doesn't tell me. He sent me screenshots, but it doesn't tell me who said it.
Gotcha. It looks like it was Steven_Ryan1 that was talking about the 4 remaining fights in the contract. So, yeah, people getting us the news
and then he also said that
McGregor
also retired back in 2016, then fought Diaz 4 months later. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. So it's not like the guy.
Yep, correct.
This is the second time this whole thing's that he's done this. But then we hear about the rape allegations. So now we hear about that.
Yep.
That's something that's totally separate. Come in.
Right.
Yeah, come in. I can't open the door. Yeah.
And this is...
Sorry, I'm like hooked up here live.
Yeah, shower light out?
Yeah, the shower light's out. Sorry, I'm live on doing a radio show. What?
It's on.
Oh, it's on right now?
Yeah,
then the gentleman must have fixed it. Someone else already came in a little bit ago.
Oh, okay. All right.
But okay. Sweet. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Right. You have a good day.
All right, you as well, man. But yeah, getting back to the nothing like doing the show live here. Freaking
yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
sorry. I'm so sorry to everyone for that. Sorry, getting back to Conor, I think this has to do with the allegations of rape that came out afterwards. And because everyone was like, what is this about? Is he not getting along with Dana again? Is something going on? And then we get the news that now he has these impending rape allegations against him that stem from when was the incident? Do you know? Okay.
In December. In
So
Dublin,
in Ireland,
Ireland.
in his native land, in December.
Yep.
Now we don't. Same with the Cardi B situation. We don't know any victims. We don't know any guilt. We don't know anything. So it's kind of hard to react there. But I feel like the two are correlated. I feel like there's something along the line there. But again, the verbiage seems weird of the tweet. Then you have these allegations coming out. That also seems weird. He has 4 fights left on his deal. That seems weird. There's just a lot of weird stuff here. I don't really understand. It's hard to unpack it all, or it's hard to have an opinion on it because you don't know what is and what isn't.
Yeah. So here's kind of where they went with the case, which Ireland and much of Europe is kind of different. So check this out. So following the usual protocol in criminal investigations in Ireland and much of Europe, where a formal charge does not necessarily follow an arrest, McGregor was arrested in January, questioned by law enforcement authorities, and released pending further investigation, according to the people of Europe. So the allegations have not been proved, and the fact that an investigation is continuing does not imply that McGregor is guilty of a crime. So that was what a lawyer for McGregor in Dublin, they couldn't
Gotcha.
get him to respond, but that's kind of where they're at with the case. Okay. And then of course, Tuesday, McGregor announced the retirement. So we'll kind of see what happens on this. Is it bogus? Is it not? The one thing that I would say, McGregor has had some obviously fails in his past, right? The most recent one, obviously grabbing somebody's phone, i.e. camera phone, out of their hand and obviously breaking it, slamming it, and he was charged for that. You have, some of the backlash with the Khabib fight, being suspended, being charged in that, banned from the Nevada State, athletic commissions. So, I mean, he does and has had a troubled past with certain things. So does this kind of play into that? Does that people kind of, rush to judge him on this? But for people like you and I, we've obviously, show me the proof, show me the facts. But, his past, i.e., does not have, a lot of great things,
of course,
to say as well.
Interesting stuff, man. We're going to have to wait to see how it all shakes out. And I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I think 30 years old for a guy like this to retire as a fighter would just be, especially to retire this way. This is the retirement you feel like you deserve? Really? You're supposed to be one of the greatest. You're considering yourself one of the greatest. You're coming in here moving up and down weight classes. You're the double champ, and this is how you choose to retire? Conor McGregor? Really?
Yeah.
Come on, my guy.
You give your social media up to somebody else because that's definitely not your words.
Exactly. Let's finish out with the Apple announcement, man. What did you watch the keynote? Did you see anything there? Were you excited about any of the stuff that they had to offer? Obviously, you bought the case. You bought the Apple case, bro. Where's that at?
Yeah. So I have it here
brought
today,
it.
actually. I
Look at
just
you.
got it in.
Look at you.
Believe it or
You
not.
rascal.
Look at this. Had it ready to rock. So I did not, like we talked about at the last cast, I'm going to call these the Apple AirPod 1.5s. There just wasn't enough alluring features for you and I. And the big reason is because I couldn't get it in another color, right? I didn't need better Siri integration. I didn't need a faster processing chip because mine worked just fine. I didn't need a lot of those things. But what I did need, my friend, was the wireless charging case. This guy retailed for $79.99. And it was worth it to me in a heartbeat. And let me tell you something. I went ahead and opened this up today, tried it before the cast just to make sure. The pairing process was absolutely seamless. It's Apple, right? No surprise here. I was able to take my AirPods out of my old case. I put them directly in this case. My phone finds them automatically. There's no repairing. I had to unpair the old one.
We've talked about it. Apple takes complicated technology and makes it for idiots. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. Dummy proof, right? And then, as you see here, just for the cast, I brought my little wireless charger. So I've got that right here. So I literally just set this. So the cool thing with this case, it does have a little indicator light. I don't know if you can kind of see that franchise. So it's really tiny. So it allows you to know if and when your buds are charging. So if I put this on there, see how it turns orange? We're good to go. So I have an indicator light that shows me what's going on. Super seamless pairing process. I'm pumped. $79.99. I've got wireless options. I've got 3 wireless chargers at the house. I'm going to give you one because you don't have one, I believe. So maybe try to allure you to get a pair of these. But also, you have a wireless charging phone. I'm going to bring you into the world of wireless charging.
How quick was it? The wireless
How quick
charging.
was what?
Oh, did you not do a full charge yet? That's the thing I'm
No, I
curious
haven't done
about,
a full charge.
because my AirPods, if I have the AirPods in the case, it charges both in about 20 minutes, dude. Fully charges the AirPods and the case in about 20 minutes. Maybe less.
You can't beat that.
So that's why I'm wondering, why do I need the wireless charging? Is it faster than that?
Well,
because I don't have to plug in a cord, but I still have to. I'm thinking about this right now on vacation. I see not anymore. I took it off the bed because I cleaned up the background a little because it was looking terrible. Bed was all messy. There was clothes all over. So anyway, I had the AirPods sitting there. I just plug it into my iPhone charger that I brought with me for my iPhone, and I'm money in 20. Mm-hmm. That should be their motto. You know
money
what I'm saying?
In 20.
Pay me again. For the third time on this
Love
cast,
it.
I should be getting residuals from somebody else because I'm making their shit better. Anyway, back to the lecture at hand. If I plug in those AirPods, I'm money in 20. What do I need to bring a bulky, big charging pad for on vacation? What's the point?
No, all right. So number one, this isn't big and bulky.
Okay,
Look
so that's
at the
just for
size
the
of this.
AirPods. I'm sorry.
No. This works for phones. It's
It
a
doesn't even look
universal
like a phone
wireless
would fit
charger.
on that. It looks like a micro machine would fit on that. What do you mean?
No.
Let me see.
Look, you just lay it on top.
Yeah, but you're not doing them SIMO.
See?
Okay.
Oh no,
I
you
thought it
can't
was
do them SIMO
simultaneous.
on this. Now, that being said, let's get back to the technological
let's distract
aspect,
everyone
right?
from
You
the
asked me
important shit.
why.
Give me the nerd shit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Bring it back, Del.
Yeah, why would I want this? So they have wireless chargers that are 3-watt chargers. They have 5, like 3 amp, 3 watt, whatever it is, 5 amp. They have 7.5 amp chargers, right? So you have these different tiers of how fast they're going to charge your unit because of how much power these chargers have. Now that makes it a little bit more confusing, but that being said, if you had a 7.5 watt charger, you're probably going to charge that thing right around that 20-30 minute threshold. But then you're having to buy separate chargers. You're having to make sure to buy the right chargers and the right voltage and the right amperage and all this shit. You're probably right. Just plugging them into the wall is probably the better option. But you know,
Oh my
it ain't
gosh.
as cool. You know that shit ain't as
It is
cool, my
It's
dog.
just so funny. You went through all that to get to the point. You're probably right. You probably just plug them in.
You're probably right.
You plug them in, your money in 20. Why do you need to spend $79.99?
Yeah. Dang. Money in 20. I like it,
Thank
man.
you.
I'm going to use that today.
Yeah,
I don't know when,
Use it,
but I'm going to use it.
sell some. Do you guys sell those in store? Oh,
Not the new ones
No, the
yet.
AirPods in general.
They're still an Apple exclusive.
You sell them at your store?
Oh, yeah,
So you
absolutely.
could sell a few pairs of AirPods.
Oh,
Say,
yeah.
Hey, your money in 20. This shit charges fast, bro. Money in 20. I know you don't got a lot of time.
I like it. I was trying to figure out how to use it with Robin.
money in 20 with her? I don't know. If
Yeah.
you whip up like a really good dinner in 20 minutes, and then you can hit her with, hey, honey, we're money in 20. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably have to
go-
get some Trader Joe's. You know, because the
Yes.
Trader Joe's stuff,
Yep.
it's like in the bags. Dog, that doesn't take... Seriously, you'd be
Hey,
money
honey,
in 20
we're
or
money
less.
in 20. You go with hit
Cooking
him
that
with the
shit.
three-way. And as Justin Timberlake said, it's not
Yeah,
gay
no
if
doubt.
it's in a three-way. It's okay if
That
it's in
is
a
true.
three-way. If there's a honey in the middle, there's some leeway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Totally.
I don't really have anything more to wrap up on the cast. I need to get
No.
Gonzaga's tipping off. The Gonzaga game, Florida State, tips off at 4 o'clock here, Vegas time. So I got about 3 hours, T-minus 3 hours to get downstairs, get myself right. Actually, I got to take a shower. I got to get some underwear so I have something clean to wear for the day. So that's what I mean
you
by
got a
getting
lot to
myself
do.
right. And then Michigan tips off at 6:40, which I will be locked and loaded, the last game of the night there. So you got, what do we got here? You got 4 o'clock for the Zags, 4:30 for Purdue, Tennessee. Oh, and then Michigan 6:40, and then Oregon, Virginia is at 6:57. So why? There's 4 games today, and we couldn't spread these out enough to where we have one game going on at a time, guys. Come on.
Hey, in Vegas, at the sportsbook at
Right.
Caesars,
I'm
you won't need
here
it. You'll be
bitching for
fine.
my people. I'm bitching for you guys. Oh, yeah,
for sure.
I'm over here feet up. I'm kicked feet up. I'm watching all the games at the book. I'm fine. For you guys
Yeah.
that got to have the March Madness app going, then you got to have the iPad, you got to have it up on the TV. It's a lot. I mean, we're down to Sweet 16 here.
Let me
There's
tell you
4
who's
games today,
bitching.
guys. We couldn't spread them out enough to where we can just have one, get back to back.
The only person bitching is Robin. because her boy
Oh yeah,
is
and you're
trying to
getting
watch
some
all the games.
screeching on
Okay.
the court, full.
Hi, babe.
Some
What are you doing?
screeching of
What
the
are we
shoes on the
doing
court.
here?
She's
Oh
gonna
my
hate
God.
you.
Oh, dude.
Screeching,
Yeah.
bro. Screech Powers
Oh, yeah.
on the court. There's
No.
gonna be so much screeching. Yeah.
Screech Powers.
Morris's best friend. There's gonna be so much screeching going on over there.
Yeah. I'm going to just tell
Yeah.
her to go to the
There's gonna be
max.
so much
Get out of my
screeching, tell her
face.
to- yeah.
Go to the max.
All right, man. All right, let's get out of here. You have anything more to say? Stringstein doesn't
No,
matter.
we're good. Springsteen, you got anything?
Isn't he not talking today? Nope, we're good.
He
Just
says,
tell him to
"No."
send me over the audio.
Just send me over the audio. Do it real cool and call.
All right, man. So I fly in Monday morning. I leave here at like 6:45 a.m. I'll be back at Denver at like 9:30 local time. I should be back over to the studio between, let's just call it 10:30 after picking up baggage and shit. So I'm going to be in there ready to go on the cast. I'll have all my research, everything done on the plane in the morning. I'll be walking in ready to rock. Battery for the
Okay.
GoPro will be charged. Let Springsteen know. Everything will be ready to go. And I'm sorry about the... I don't know if you guys are hearing me popping on the mic because I'm getting too close. I'm still getting used to the sensitivity of this USB mic. So that's something you're going to have to battle in Florida too, Dal. It's almost like you need to set it on the table and sit back. But for me, I'm so used to being up on it, it's hard for me to sit back. But then when I turn it down, I can't really hear myself well. So it's a battle. You're gonna experience it next week, my friend. I'm hoping that the popping wasn't super bothersome during this episode. If it was, I'm sorry. We're gonna try to get better. I'm gonna try to get better. You said you weren't hearing it, Dal. I'm hearing it.
No, wasn't
I'm
hearing
hearing it on the recording. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, cool. Anything more?
Well, love is a
Love the
battlefield.
Good luck to you and Stringer and your brackets this weekend. And
Bet.
hopefully you get some clays. All right, bro.
For
We
sure.
will. That'll be enough. We will see you. Hopefully I'll be going to the Michigan game on Saturday night, and then I'll be able to talk about all that stuff on Monday as well. It could end up being a really, really crazy rest of the trip here in Vegas. I will tune you guys in. I will detail it all when I get back on Monday. So as always, what up?
Dude, your socials better be litty.
I know.
That's all I can
I need
say.
to get that cracking today.
Litty.
So I'm gonna get socials cracking today. And on that note, we will see you fools Tuesday.